I'd like to see him take the ball if they have.
Tristan Chrisman, number 51, Luis Rolon, and number 82, Dustin Martin.
All right, perfect, Jim. They're out in the coin toss right now. We have the captains for the Mustangs, Addison Kramer, number 15. Argonaut won and they deferred. They won and deferred. Cody Conrad.
And 55, Braswell.
And Braswell is out there for Argonaut, out there for Amador and the captains. It looks like number 50 for Amador. That is Chrisman. Number 82 is also out there, Dustin Martin. And I can't get the other two numbers, but Argonaut won. And as usual, what Coach Davis likes to do, he did defer. So Amador is going to be receiving the kickoff as we get this one started. They're having a short conversation out there with the captains right now at the 50-yard line. And we're ready, and there is a great crowd here tonight, and there's a buzz in the crowd, and everybody's really excited. Dirk Wentling, the president of Rotary, was just stopped in on the booth. He will be presenting the Rotary Bell to the winner after the game. And also out there, Brandon Wright, number 23 for Amador, along with number 51. That rounds out the captains. That's Luis Rolon. So we're getting ready to kick this 100th playing of the big game, get it underway. You know, as I mentioned earlier, we might as well have a little history lesson here as we were on the radio today. You know, this game started, they always played it on November 11th, and it was called the Annual Armistice Day Classic. And, of course, the armistice was signed between the Allies of World War I and the United States and Germany, and it was signed in France, and that was for the cessation of the hostilities on the Western Front in WW1, and that was actually the end of World War I as the revolutionaries took over Germany away from Hitler, and it took effect on the 11th day in the 11th hour of the 11th month, and is still celebrated all over the world. As you will remember it here in the United States, it's more considered Remembrance Day and Veterans Day. So that's how this started back on November 11th. But here we go. We're getting ready for the kickoff. And back deep for Amador, Jim was just talking about that, is Caleb Salusi back there, number 1 and number 9. Along with him, that's Wes Villarreal. So here we go, the kickoff to the 100th game of the Big Game Classic. Here comes the kick. It's a good kick all the way back to the goal line. It's a touchback, and that has been a great weapon for the Mustangs all year long as Elmore just continues to kick it into the end zone for touchback. So Amador's going to take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line to get this one started, and that's how this game begins. So Amador's got it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Randall is okay. He got injured last week. That's number 12. He'll be operating at the quarterback position for the Buffs, and we'll see how they come out. I expect Salusi to be in the backfield, number 1. He's going to come this way. Brandon Wright is also back there, number 23. And Randall is going to operate from the shotgun. Brandon Wright to his right. Salusi is in the slot. This side trips to the right. Now Wright moves over to the left side. Randall takes a snap. He's looking to throw. He throws over a little bubble screen on the left. Tackled immediately. No gain on the play.
Randall's pass complete to Gus Gedney.
Gus Gedney on the reception, number 2. No gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Leland Ruddick just came into the booth here to say hello. So here we go, 2nd down and 10.
Literally
no gain on the play for the Buffs. Amador comes to the line. Randall this time is going to go under center. Wright and Salusi in the backfield. This time it's fumbled on the snap. I think Randall got back down over it, so they're going to retain position, maybe a loss of 1 on the play.
Recovered by Caleb Salusi.
Salusi was the one that fell on the ball, just came loose on the exchange. Center quarterback exchange, a loss of 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 11, so a little jittery start for Buffaloes here. Now the official is in the huddle, and I don't know what they're talking about. Now they break the huddle. This time Randall's going to go from the shotgun. Three receivers to the right, one to the left. Randall's going to throw. He's looking to the left side, just a little curl route, way short of the first down. Gain of maybe 2 on the play, but right there brought down immediately. Looks like number 44 for the Mustangs. That was Ryan Garbarini, and 3 and out for the Mustangs, and they're going to be forced to punt. Back deep for Argonaut is Kramer, and boy, did he have a couple big returns last week against Calaveras. Along with a big catch over the middle on a 4th down play that where they ended up scoring their first and only touchdown of the game. So Kramer back for the punt. He stands at about the 40-yard line. Good snap. The kick is off. It's a low line drive. Kramer's going to let it bounce. He picks it up on a bounce at the 35-yard line. Cuts it up across the 45. Gets knocked out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it.
At the 35, brings it back out to the 43.
Looks like they're going to spot it at the 43-yard lines. Mustangs are going to take over from there, 1st and 10. Hunter Jolly, number 20 for the Buffaloes, knocked him out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Wyatt Elmore, quarterback for the Mustangs, brings them out of the huddle. Single back behind Elmore is number 20, or it looks like Cesar Lopez. There's a whistle on the play.
Flags on the play.
Flag comes down. Offsides, Amador, encroachment, so that's going to move the ball 5 yards, and Argonaut's going to have it 1st and 5.
Got encroachment on the Buffaloes.
Ball sits at the 43-yard line.
Brings up a 1st down and 5.
So 1st and 5 for the Buffaloes. Elmore's going to operate from the shotgun. Motion coming from the right side. Handoff, not much going there. Good job by the interior defense. It was given to Flores. Tackled on the play by number 82 for Amador. That was Dustin Martin. So no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5. It looked like they had a little difficulty getting the handle on the ball there. I almost thought it was going to be a fumble, but Flores was able to rein it in. So the Mustangs have it 2nd and 5. Elmore again operating from the shotgun. Flores here on the wing on this side. Motion coming from the other. Give straight ahead up the middle. Gain close to a 1st down, but I think he was a little bit short. That was by number 28 for the Mustangs. That was Sean McCrory. Oh, no, they got it. They're going to give it to him. So that was good enough for a 1st down. Gain of 5 on the play. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. First down in this contest. 9:12 to go here in the 1st quarter. No score here early in the game. Amador went 3 and out in their first possession. Elmore in the shotgun. Motion coming by Flores on the right. They want to give it to him. He's trying to get around the right side. Gets across the 45 or up to about the 43-yard line where he's knocked out of bounds. Gain of about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Flores came from the left wing. He was on the wing, and he came around the right side trying to get outside on a sweep. Gained about 5 on the play before he was knocked out of bounds. So 2nd down and 5 for the Mustangs. Elmore again on the shotgun. Mason Flores on this side. Mason motion coming from the right. Give to number 22 right up the middle. Stopped just short, I believe, of the 1st down. That was Tyler Christensen on the carry. And they're going to mark him maybe they're going to measure. Nope, they're going to give him a 1st down. They did give it to him. I think that might have been a little bit of a generous spot. I thought he was stopped short, but that's okay. 2 1st downs in a row for the Mustangs, and they're on the move. The ball sits right now at the 37-yard line. So both of these teams, as I mentioned, come into this game at 2-3, 1-1 in league. So 1st and 10, new set of downs for the Mustangs. Elmore, he wants to throw. He looks, he swings it out to the left side, gets up to the 35-yard line. That was just a little swing pass. Let's see who that was. That was number number 11 on the reception. That was Jacob Green. Just short of the 35-yard line is where it's spotted down. So gain of maybe 2. Nash Wiley on the tackle for the Buffaloes. Well, they're going to give him 1 on it, so we'll call it a second down and 9.
Third down and 9.
Elmore wants to throw again. Throws down the field this time, caught across the 30-yard line, fights forward for a first down. That was Addison Kramer, did a good job. He caught the ball a couple of yards short of the first down, and he spun and broke a tackle and got past the yard marker for the first down. So 3 first downs in a row for the Mustangs down to the 25-yard line, where the Mustangs have a new set of downs. 7:08 left here to go in the first quarter. No score in the game. Mustangs on the move. First and 10 from the 25-yard line. Elmore again operating from the shotgun. Mason Flores in the left wing. He goes into motion. They're going to give it to the second man through. Hit almost immediately at the 25-yard line. Falls forward maybe for 1 on the carry. That was number 22. That was Tyler Christensen. Ball spotted just inside the 25-yard line. Wiley on the tackle for Amador.
Brings up a second down and a long 9.
So second down and 9 for the Mustangs. Elmore in the shotgun. Mason Flores goes in motion. Straight ahead handoff. No gain on the play. That was given to Sean McCrory. And just stuffed right there. Nice job by the interior line. Tried to run right through the A-gap there in between the center and the guard, and just nothing going on. So it's going to be a third down and 9. The ball sits at about the 24-yard line for the Mustangs. Oh, this time he tried to hand it off to number 27. That was Cole Kerrigan, and he tripped. And fell down for a loss of 2 on the play. So that's going to set up a 4th down and 11. Ball now sits at the 26-yard line. And it looks like the Mustangs are going to go for it. Just a little bit out of field goal range for Elmore. So 4th down and 11. Boy, that's a long conversion here. But Elmore is going to operate from the shotgun. 1 receiver here to the left. Elmore drops back. He looks. He throws over the middle. Oh, almost intercepted. Ball falls complete, and Argonaut's going to turn it over on downs. Nice opening drive that just kind of stalled on the Mustangs. So Amador's going to take over 1st and 10 here at the 26-yard line for their second possession. They went 3 and out on their first possession. We want to take a moment and thank our game sponsors, Central State Credit Union, Jackson Tire, Armstrong & Son Construction, Thompson Auto Center, and the Glass Doctor. Those are the folks that are making it possible for us to bring this big game action to you. So Amador starts second series here, 1st and 10 from the 26. Handoff coming this way to number 9. Tries to get outside, breaks 1 tackle, gets across the 30-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play. That was Villarreal, West Villarreal on the carry.
Stopped by Sean McCrory.
Gain of 5 on the play. It'll be second down and 5. McCrory was there on the tackle. Believe is number 28 for the Mustangs. So second down and 5 for Amador. Again, Randall this time is going to be under center. Brandon Wright and Caleb Salusi in the backfield with him. They're going to give it to Salusi that's trying to get off the left side. And great job by the left side of that defense, number 65 for the Mustangs. That was Michael McCarthy. Michael McCarthy got moved in a line a couple weeks ago, and what a nice job he did there from that right defensive end position to drop Salusi for a loss on the play of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 6. All right, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Randall in the shotgun. Brandon Wright, the only back in the backfield with him. 3rd down and 6 for the Buffs. Randall wants to throw. He's looking to the left. He's still looking. He throws complete at the 40-yard line. Enough for a first down. That was complete to number 24 for the Buffaloes. That was Luke Martz. Nice pass by Randall that time. About a 15-yard out that he threw right on the money and moved the chains up to the 44-yard line where the Buffs will have it first and 10.
The 43-yard line where it'll be first down for the Buffaloes.
3:57 to go here in the quarter. No score yet here in this 100th playing of the big game. Randall this time again in the shotgun. Salusi to his left, right to his right. Give to Salusi this time. Oh, what a great play. No, he's still on his feet. Now he brought down, but I got to tell you what, McCarthy came shooting through there again, hit Salusi about 5 yards deep in the backfield. Salusi was able to spin out of it, but then he had a whole bunch of help from his friends and finally brought down all the way back to the 38-yard line. So loss of 6 on the play, and it's going to be second down and 16 for Amador. Boy, McCarthy just shot off the right side there to first make the first initial contact on Salusi. This time Salusi's going to go out to the left in the wing. Brandon Wright, the only back there with Randall. Randall wants to throw. He's looking to the right. He wants to go deep, going down the sidelines, just overthrown. Gus Gedney was the intended receiver, just deep, just thrown over his head. Defending the play was Addison Kramer. So it'll be third down and 16 for the Buffs.
Brings up a third down and 16.
Gedney had a step on Kramer, and Randall just kind of overshot his target just a little bit here. So third down and 16 for the Buffs. Randall brings him up to the line. He's going to again go from the shotgun. Brandon Wright, the only receiver or running back in the left. 3 trips to the left. 1 receiver to the right. Big rush, screen play over the middle, completed. Brandon Wright's got it, and he's barreling forward across the 45-yard line for a first down for the Buffs. What a beautiful play. That screen play was set up so nicely by the line. They just kind of released and let Argonaut come through, and they were all licking their chops, thought they had Randall, and just threw it right over the middle, a center screen to Brandon Wright, and he just took it right across the 50, across the 45, up to the 43-yard line, and the Buffs have a new set of downs, and they're back in business, first and 10. Really a nice job in setting up that play. Good call by Coach Baker and the staff over there. Argonaut was feeling hungry. They were coming in with a heavy rush, and that's something that'll slow them down, and that's a screen. This time at the handoff to Wright again, going off the left side. He breaks a couple tackles. He gets across the 35-yard line. Nice gain on the play.
Brandon Wright, the ball carrier. There's a fumble on the play.
The ball was fumbled, but I think Amador recovered. They fell back on it at the 35-yard line, so they're going to retain possession. It was about a gain of, let's call it 8. It'll be second down and 2. Ball sits right at the 35-yard line. You know, Brandon Wright, we've talked about him a lot over the last couple of years, leading tackler for the Buffaloes in both his sophomore and junior season. This is the first time this year we've seen him play offense, as Amador lost an awful lot of talent last year, and they needed to replace that, and they thought maybe Brandon Wright was the guy. This time given to number 9, coming around on a little sweep. That was West Villarreal. That was plenty for the first down. There's flags all over the field. So let's see what the call is here. They're discussing it out on the field. Looking at the white hat, here comes the call. Illegal motion and holding, a double call against Amador. So they're going to bring this one back. The motion call is probably going to be denied, since that is a 5-yard penalty, and they'll probably take the holding call, which is a 10-yard penalty. It took me a long time to figure out why 10 yards is better than 5, but that's the best I could do tonight. So they're just deciding. There they go. Now he's making the call. They're accepting the holding call. Motion penalty is declined. And the holding penalty is accepted by the Mustangs.
Motion against the
Clarified
Buffaloes,
by the white hat down there,
and the holding against
our
the
head
Buffaloes
referee
is
for the
accepted.
contest tonight. So now they're figuring out, because it's a spot foul, so wherever the holding took place, it's 10 yards back from there, from the spot. So they're trying to figure out where that was right now. It looks like maybe it was around the 30-yard line, so that'll bring the ball back to the 40. Yeah, that's right where they're going to put it, right? The nose of the ball just inside the 40-yard line. So it's going to be second down and about 6 for the Buffaloes.
Second down and 6.
Randall again in the shotgun. Salusi, the lone back with, the right tackle just jumped on that, and that'll be another 5 yards, a false start by the Buffaloes. So that'll back it up 5 more yards. That'll make it 11. Second down and 11 for the Buffs. Just a great crowd here tonight, a great atmosphere. High school football. All right, here we go. Second down and 11 for the Buffs. Randall again in the shotgun. Same setup. Salusi the only back. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Randall wants to throw. He's looking to the left. He's going over the middle. He's got a receiver. It's complete all the way down to the 20-yard line, still on his feet. Finally brought down at the 15. That was number 2. That was Gus Gedney. And what a strike that Randall put on Gedney's numbers. Gabarini finally brought him down, but big play for the Buffs. There's another flag down, but it was late, so let's see what that call was. They're talking about it right now. Great throw by Randall on a 2nd and 11 play for the Buffaloes. 1:11 left here to go in the first quarter, and they're still trying to discuss down there what the call is. Personal foul against Amador. So that's going to, it'll be first down, but that's going to hold him back 15 yards. It was after the play, it looked like, so the play stands. It will be a first down for Amador, but they will back it up 15 yards from there. So by my calculation, the ball should go back to the 30-yard line. The end of that play was down at the 15, and so they spot it now. It is at the 30-yard line. Now they still have to place the sticks. Now, see, I never understand this call at all. I'll explain it to you in a minute. So Randall again in the shotgun. Randall wants to throw. He's looking to the right. He's got a receiver. It's complete. That's the number 24, Luke Martz. See, and what I don't understand about that call, okay, the first down is good. As far as I'm concerned, that's where the sticks should be set. And not back after the penalty, so you have a 1st and 10. As far as I'm concerned, it should be 1st and 25. That's not the rule. I understand. They called it right. I've just never agreed with that rule. I think that should be 1st and 25, but it's not. Anyway, I digress. All right, second down. Randall again going to operate from the shotgun, having some success through the air. This time going to give it to Brandon Wright right up the middle. Breaks one tackle, falls forward across the 20-yard line. I think he's got a first down there. It is a first down for the Buffs, and now the Buffs have themselves a pretty good drive. This drive started on the 26-yard line, and they're all the way down to just inside the 20-yard line where they've got 1st and 10. There's 18 seconds left to go in the first quarter. I'm not sure they're going to get a playoff. It's counting down, 10 seconds. Yeah, it looks like both teams are coming to the sidelines. That'll be the last play of the quarter. Jim, I'm going to send it back to you. Let's pay a couple bills. We'll be back with second quarter action. Big game coming at you. Stay tuned. Well, that's the way it goes. All right, here we go. Argonaut back to receive the kick. Tyler Christensen along with Jacob Green and Addison Kramer back deep for the Mustangs. JD just came back in, getting ready to grab a headset here. So my partner's back. Welcome back.
Good to see you, Frank. Yeah, good to be back. Not fun trying to drive out of here at this time.
No, I can't imagine it is. All right, here we go. Here's the kickoff. Deep kick. Addison Kramer's going to feel it about the 10-yard line. He's up to the 15, to the 20. Hit there at about the 18-yard, 24-yard line, driven back. See, they're going to give him forward progress. It looks like at about the 25-yard line, and that's where Argonaut is going to take over. First and 10 for the Mustangs.
So I was listening. It sounded like Amador made it down to the ER Energy Propane red zone, and then the penalty took him out. But I agree that I was thinking, okay, it's going to be first and 25.
Well, that's what I think. That's not the rule.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's never made sense to me. All right, here comes Argonaut. They had a good drive that just stalled their last possession. Elmore in motion. Mason Flores, he's going to keep it. Going around the left side, it looked like he wanted to run a little option, and he was hit immediately. It looks like about a loss of 3 on the play.
I like how they try to run that option out of it, Frank. But one thing we've noticed for years here is Amador is usually really good out on the edges. Usually if their defense has a strength, it's on the ends.
Yeah, there was nothing going on right there. Elmore had nowhere to go. He faked it to Mason up, Flores up the middle, and then tried to roll out to the left side and didn't even have a chance to think about pitching it. So second down here, Elmore in the shotgun, motion coming from this side. He's going to keep it. Elmore gets around, breaks one tackle. He gets to the 20, to the 25, to the 30, breaks another tackle to the 35, still on his feet, finally knocked out of bounds. I think he got the first down there. Let's see where they spot it. Boy, they're going to spot him all the way up to, I'm not sure where they're going to spot that ball, JD.
Yeah, looks like there's between the 39 and the 40. I don't know. Oh, or maybe even farther back.
Oh, no, a flag,
okay.
And I did not see the flag. It's coming back. There was a hold on the Mustangs. I still don't see the flag.
Real good pressure by Amador. Elmore did a heck of a job to get out and around and, made the decision to tuck it down hard running. Real unfortunate here, this coming back.
Elmore, as tall as he is, he's deceptively fast.
Yeah,
he really can get it going.
I thought he was going to get caught there. I thought he was going to get sacked, Frank, and then you're right, he turned it on, man. Not quite as fast as that quarterback out there in Bret Hart, though. If you guys have not seen Bret Hart,
sure.
Like Frank said last week, probably the fastest kid in this entire league.
All right, the ball's back on the 22-yard line now, where the Mustangs will have it second down and 12. Up, now the ref steps in. Okay, now we're ready to go. Handoff straight ahead, met immediately. Oh, his helmet comes off. That's Sean McCrory, met immediately by number 58. I believe that was Nash Wiley for the Buffaloes.
Sounds like Randall looked pretty good.
He really threw the ball well on that drive. Most of their yardage, the last 20 yards was done by Brandon Wright, but most of the damage was done through the air.
And, Amador is actually down. I heard that Shear, the young running back's not out there this week.
Okay, here we go. We've got a third down and 12 for the Buffs, or for the Mustangs, excuse me. Wants to throw. Right in the hands and dropped.
What a well-designed play, though, Frank, and he was wide open, too. I honestly think the line judge may have been in the way a little bit on his vision.
Boy, Elmore hit him right on the numbers. Tyler Christensen was the intended receiver, and just in and out of his hands, and that's going to force Argonaut to punt with a fourth down and 12. Back deep for Amador is number 9 for the Buffaloes. That's Wes Villarreal.
And that was a really cool play, Frank, the way they faked the option, and then he stayed in the pocket.
And it was really quick. I really liked it. Oh, blocked.
Oh.
The punt is blocked, picked up, and returned for a touchdown. Are you kidding me? That was number 24, Luke Martz.
And
I'm gonna call it.
Yes.
We're gonna make that our Melon Phase BG Lounge call of the game right there. Luke Martz came from the left side untouched, blocked the punt, picked it up, took it in the end zone. There is a flag on the play.
Ooh.
I believe that's going to be for excess celebration. That will be marked off at the kickoff.
Frank, he got in so quick and so far. He jumped and it hit the bottom of his foot. He didn't hit it with his hands. He almost had to hold up not to run into the punter. Like nobody even touched him there. So,
oh boy,
nice play by the Buffaloes, man, making this an interesting ball game. I told people this was going to be a good game. A lot of people told me one team was going to blow the other out, whatever. I said this is going to be a good game, and so far 14-0. If this, as I'm assuming, the Wanmower will put it through.
Wow, he just shot out of a cannon untouched and just, like JD says, blocked the punt with his foot. He was so far in when he dove, the only thing left.
Kind of jumped up in the air and said, whoa, hey.
Wow. There's a snap and the kick. It's up, and just like that, with 10:05 left here to go in the half, Amador takes a 14-0 lead.
Hey, Jim, we'll send it back to you. We'll get a quick update from our sponsors, and then we'll bring it back here to Argonaut High School, Dan Barnett Field.
In a game like that, Jim, for them to be going for two that early, I don't understand that. 1 point is not going to win. There's going to be lots of touchdowns scored in this game.
Yeah, that's.
And I think they'd have been better off kicking the ball. But anyway, all right, so the 15 yards was marked off. Well, that doesn't look like 15 yards. They're only kicking it from the 35-yard line. That's not 15 yards.
No, not at all.
Obviously, that's just a 5-yard celebration penalty because they're kicking off from the 35 instead of the 40. High kick, back fielded at the 18-yard line to the 25. Cross to the 30, gets brought down at about the 32. Jacob Green for the Mustangs on the short kick.
Argonaut's got to get something going here, Frank. We're already only 10 minutes left in the first half. They're down 2 scores. See, I wasn't here. Who got the ball to start the game? Who's getting it at the half?
Argonaut won the toss and deferred, as they always do.
So they'll get it back at the half.
Amador went 3 and out. Then Argonaut went on a nice drive, just went right down the field and then just stalled. And then Amador came back and scored, and then the block punt, and that's where we sit. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Elmore in the shotgun. In motion. Elmore wants to throw. He's looking over the middle. He's got a receiver. It's complete to the 40, to the 35, brought down at about the 32-yard line. Great throw by Elmore, and that was complete to number 23. That was Mason Flores.
What a great play, and I'll tell you what, quarterback picked the right guy to throw to.
Boy, and that pass was just over the outstretched arms of the linebacker there. A little bit of a mismatch with Flores coming out of the backfield, and Elmore just threw a strike down to the 32, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. He wants to throw again. He's looking deep. He's got a receiver. Oh, just overthrown.
Just overthrew Kramer, but man, Frank, that's the first I've really seen the arm strength for Elmore. He put that ball out there pretty far.
Boy, Kramer had his man beat on a little double move, and he just overthrew it just a hair.
It looks like an easy throw, but it is a timing throw. It is a hard throw. But, yeah, just a little bit out in front of him. So Argonaut committing to this passing game.
Well, it looks like it. You know, I think that that block punt might have woke them up a little bit. So 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. Give straight ahead, number 22.
Looked like it may have been Flores, was it?
No, I think it was number 22.
Oh, okay.
I think no, it was Flores.
It was.
I thought it was Christensen.
Taken down by Tristan Chrisman.
I was Christensen.
One thing, Amador High School, you know how far everybody knows what they did last year. They lost a lot of starters offensively and defensively. New quarterback, didn't get any reps last year. Really impressed with what this team's doing so far.
2nd down and 6 for the Mustangs. Christensen in motion. Randall again, Elmore wants to throw. Again, trying to get it to number 44 in the left corner of the end zone. That was the intended receiver, Ryan Garbarini. Ball was just overthrown a little bit there. So, boy, they're coming out and firing. It's going to be 4th down, and Argonaut's going to go for it.
You know, it's similar to that last one for people who are listening. If you don't have a field goal kicker like Amador does that can kick these long field goals, why would you punt here? I mean, good luck getting it any closer, so you pretty much have to go for
Well,
it.
this would be like a 47-yard field goal, and I don't think they want to attempt that.
No.
So here we go, 4th down. Again, Elmore wants to throw a little screen pass. Coming back the right side. He breaks one tackle to the 20, to the 10. Finally knocked out of bounds. That's a 1st down for the Mustangs. It'll be 1st and goal.
Something I always say, you don't see enough screen passes in high school football. Well executed. Nice job by the Mustangs there.
Well, it was Sean McCrory, and what Elmore did that sold that, he looked off to the left side, and then McCrory snuck out to the right, and he turned around on a screen. He only had one tackler to beat. He broke one tackle, got all the way down inside the 10-yard line. Mustangs have it first and goal.
And Argonaut had been going to that left side with the previous throws. So nice misdirection. Yeah, it's great.
So first and goal from the 7-yard line. Great. That was 4th down, folks. What a great completion that was right there. So 1st down at the 7-yard line, 1st and goal for the Mustangs, looking to get on the board here. Trailing 14-0 with 8:51 left to go in the half. Elmore again in the shotgun. This time handoff straight ahead to Mason Flores. He's got some room. They're pushing forward, looking for the signal. Touchdown!
And that was Flores from inside of the ER Energy Propane red zone. The Mustangs convert. I'll tell you what, Frank, I don't think many people would believe us if we told you with 8 minutes left that it would be Amador up 14-6 with pretty much all of Argonaut's offense through the air.
Well, I'll tell you what happened on that play. Flores took it right up. He was running hard, but a great push by the offensive line. He stayed right behind those guys, and they had some resistance about the 4-yard line, and they just kept driving forward, and he followed them all the way into the end zone.
So
Nice run by Mason Flores. 8:41 left here to go in the half, and Argonaut's on the board waiting the extra point.
is that Kramer or
That should be
Elmore?
they have a different kicker that kicks the extra points.
Oh, Kramer's holding, excuse me.
Yeah, it's Cesar Lopez that kicks the other point. It is up and it is good. 8:41 left here to go in the half. Look at the scoreboard. Amador Buffaloes 14, Argonaut Mustangs 7. We'll be back.
And we're back here at Argonaut High School. Frank, I got to give a shout out to Wing Dingers this week. Those honey garlic, we had not tried those honey garlic wings. Those were awesome.
The key, though, is the bone-in.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Instead of the boneless. I love me some bone-in wings.
Me too.
Yeah, they're good. All right, back deep for Amador. That's Caleb Salusi, number 1, along with number 9. That's Wes Villarreal. And it's going to be another touchback. As I talked about earlier in the game, what a weapon that is for the Mustangs. Touchback after touchback. Amador's going to take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So again, it's 14-7. Amador up here. Both teams with 3 timeouts left to go here in the first half. 8 minutes and 41 seconds. And as I was saying to Frank, Argonaut mostly through the air. I haven't seen Amador's offense as I had to show up here late tonight. But it sounded like over the radio, Amador was doing a lot through the air
Amador
as well.
threw the ball a lot, and that last drive, both of the last drives for Amador and Argonaut, both scoring drives, ended up with rushing touchdowns, but they both got there through the air.
Gotcha.
Randall's looked really sharp here in this first half for Amador.
Randall's Uncle Joe wanted me to give him a shout out. So 14-7. They're waiting for this party
I don't
to
know
get
what's
started,
going on the
folks.
field. Personal foul against Argonaut.
It's the Mustangs. I wonder what they did.
Dead ball personal foul. That's a 15-yarder. That's going to take it up to the 35-yard line.
We didn't see anything crazy happening.
I didn't even see the flag thrown.
Maybe kicked the ball, said something. I don't know.
So the ball's brought out to the 35-yard line.
Well, you just hope this game doesn't start getting chippy this early.
Yeah, it's still early.
Anyway, 1st and 10 for Amador. Randall's going to operate from the shotgun. Salusi to his left. Give to Salusi. Great job shooting through the gap. Are you kidding me? Michael McCarthy coming off the edge drops Salusi for a big loss. That's the 3rd time we've seen McCarthy already do that tonight.
What was that? Was that a 5-yard loss, Frank?
Well, the announcer just said it was Portzer. I thought it was McCarthy. No, I think
It looked like
I
50,
think that was
it 56?
Nick Portzer. That's what they had, Nick Portzer.
Again, folks, the disclaimer, Argonaut has yellow jerseys with green and yellow camo inside the numbers. It's hard.
We'll keep working on it.
We're trying.
All right, here we go. After the loss on the play there, Randall again operating from the shotgun. This time he wants to hand off, and again shooting through the line.
There's Porter again in the backfield.
With him was Ken Mackey.
No, that is number 68. That's Jaden Heinzel.
Jaden Heinzel.
But there were 3 Mustangs all on top of each other, man. Gang tackling
I was talking to the coaches. Heinzel had a heck of a game against Calaveras.
Yeah,
I don't remember him calling his number before, and he really had a good game. So another big loss on the play. So it's 3rd down and 17 for Amador.
This Mustang defense is woken up.
Randall from the shotgun. He's looking. He's in trouble. He avoids one take. It should have been intercepted, and it wasn't. He threw it right to the middle, and there were 3 Mustangs right there, and it fell incomplete.
Flores and Green.
Oh, boy, that ball should have been picked off. That was there for the taking, and they just couldn't haul it in. So that'll set up a 4th down and 16. Amador's going to have to punt. Kramer drops back deep for the Mustangs. 7:10 remaining here in the first half.
And a huge break for the Buffaloes, but what set that up was that pass rush.
Yes.
Looked like he wanted to go deep, pulls it back down, kind of an unbalanced throw.
Well, he had to pull it down and step forward as he almost got sacked and then released it. Low line drive kick, bouncing, and it's going to be touched down at about the 32-yard line. Mustangs are going to take over from the 32, 1st and 10.
And Jim, let's do it quickly if we can. Let's take a you think we got time, Frank? They're out there pretty quick. We're going to stay here with you guys. We'll take a break here next time we have a turnover. But a quick shout out to our pregame sponsor today, Camps Propanes, our game sponsor, Central State Credit Union, Jackson Tire, Armstrong Construction, Armstrong and Son, Thompson's Auto Center, The Glass Doctor, our halftime sponsors, Jackson Rancheria Casino Resort, Mark Twain Medical Center, Prep Star for your postgame.
All right, here comes Mustangs, 1st and 10. Elmore, a double reverse inside handoff that just didn't go anywhere. Nobody was buying that. It ended up in the hands of Mason Flores. Speaking of Armstrong and Son Construction, I talked to the Argonaut graduates up at the Animal House in Chico. My son Ryan, Dustin Armstrong, Giovanni Casillas, Skylar Redkey, of course, John and Kennedy Kern, Jocelyn Wirt.
Okay.
I told them to tune in and listen to the game. I don't know how interested they are, but hopefully if you good boys are up there listening, and girls, hope you're enjoying the game. So here we go. A pitch this time, and it's fumbled, and Amador recovers. Tried to run the option, and it hit the pitchman right in the chest, fell to the ground. Amador recovers. Argonaut shoots himself in the foot again. Amador's got the ball 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Basically gets the ball back in the ER Energy Propane red zone, and that's a huge dropped interception now, folks, as Green and Flores kind of ran into each other, both trying to make that pick. Argonaut would have started on the Amador 30. Instead, after a punt, they start on their own. Turnover right here. Bad pitch on the option.
You know, we saw Argonaut fumble last week twice in the 2nd quarter against Calaveras, and there we had it again right there. Oh, there's a bad snap. The ball's on the ground again. It's being kicked around. It's still loose. It's still loose.
Looks like Amador may have ended up back with that one, Frank, but
Amador did get it, but it was way back at the 29-yard line. Luke Marks was the one that got kicked. It went forward. It came back. It was chaos out there, and March was able to fall on it finally for Amador back to the 24-yard line, or the 29-yard line, so loss of 9. Timeout, Amador. 5:51 left to go in the half. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. That's not too much of a surprise there, Jim. I knew Calaveras was going to put it on Bret Hart pretty good. It's actually a little surprising to me that there hasn't been more scoring in the Somerville-Sonora game so far. Wow, just a little bit hyped up, I guess. You know, I'm sure Somerville coming in undefeated had their sights set on Sonora and trying to beat them for the first time in their rivalry game, if you will. And Hopefully they'll settle down and finish with a good performance. So here we go after the big loss. 2nd down and 19 for the Buffs. Randall's going to operate from the shotgun. Brandon White, the lone back. He wants to throw. He's under pressure. He's being chased out to his left. He looks forward. Oh, ball up in the air. Oh, almost intercepted again. The intended receiver was Gedney, and Kramer just couldn't quite come down with the interception. Good pressure by the line. Chased him out of the pocket that time.
So it's 3rd down and 19 here. The scoreboard says 9, but add 10 to that.
Well, it is 19. I can assure you that as the ball sits on the 29-yard line. Again, Argonaut with the block, punt, and the fumble. 2 costly turnovers so far. Buffalo's lead 14-7. So 3rd down and 19. Salusi, the lone back with Randall. They're going to give it to this time, trying to get around the right side. There's a flag, tackled for a loss on the play at about the 31-yard line. I'm going to say that's a holding call. It is against Amador. Now it'll be interesting to see if they take that penalty or they take the yards and give them another shot at it. At this point in the field.
19 yards.
That's going to back that. If they take the penalty, it would back it up to the 45. No, they're going to decline. The holding penalty would have taken them back to the 40-yard line. So the ball's going to sit at the 41. So the ball's going to sit at the 31-yard line. It'll be 4th down. And they're kind of in no man's land here. You don't really punt from here. You really can't kick a field goal from here. So I'm guessing that Amador is going to go for it.
Here's the deal, folks. It's at the 31-yard line. If they punt it into the end zone, it comes back out to the 20 on a touchback. You're only 11-yard difference. So that would be your net.
Yeah, I don't think it makes sense that.
Go for it.
Well, now they're going to take a timeout and talk about it. They're not sure.
Herrera, 48-yard field goal. What do you think?
I don't think they're going to go for that.
We watched him kick a 39-yarder over at Amador when Jack and I did the game, and it had at least another 10 yards on it, I'll tell you that. But
all right, timeout on the field. Want to take a quick break?
Let's do it.
We'll be
Jim
back.
Will send
4th
it back
down.
To you.
All right, well, you got to look at this here because Amador is setting up for a 48-yard field goal attempt here. Herrera, the left-footed kicker, the ball's up. It's not going to get anywhere there. It's way short and off to the right. So the Mustangs are going to take over on downs.
And you know what? I saw this guy kick a 39-yarder, like I said, but a 49-yarder in 48 in high school football, that's a lot to ask for. They gave up some field position right here, Frank.
Well, that was well short. The only difference is it's not like the NFL. You don't get the ball at the spot of the kick. It's a touchback, so it goes to the 20-yard line.
See, I did not know that. I had no idea. No idea.
So Argonaut's going to take over.
The same as a punt that would have gone in. Yeah, give it a shot. Heck.
First down, Mustang.
So 20-yard line with 5:05 remaining in the half. Right now it's Amador 14, Argonaut 7. And boy, it would be big to get some points here getting the opening kickoff in the second half. Elmore in the shotgun, motion coming from the left side. Give it to this way, coming around the side. I think that's Mason Flores. He spins off of one tackle and gets hit almost immediately. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Amador holding that edge. Everyone doing their job, staying home. Always well-coached defense at Amador.
Well, you know, I'm always impressed with Coach Baker and his staff. You know, they've got a real young team, and they just do a nice job in coaching these kids up. All right, a gain of 2 on the play. We're going to call it 2nd down and 8. So Elmore in the shotgun. McCrory, the lone back behind him. Elmore wants to throw. He's looking. He's got a receiver on the right, incomplete. Intended receiver was, looks like McCrory. Ball falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd down, and boy, we don't need a 3-and-out right here. Amador's going to get the ball back in pretty good field position with still time to go. They only have 1 timeout left. They've already called 2.
Argonaut with 3.
So 3rd down and 8 for the Mustangs. Ball at the 22-yard line. McCrory behind Elmore. Motion coming from the right. He wants to throw under pressure, throws over the middle. Caught, and he's got room. He's at the 50, to the 40, to the 30. Nobody's going to catch him. The 15, the 10, Touchdown Mustangs! Addison Kramer!
78-yard touchdown for the Mustangs.
Wow!
And you know what? Big shout out to Elmore. He stood in the pocket in the face of a rush. He didn't freak out, threw the ball straight to Kramer, perfect, and took the hit.
In the face of the rush, he got hammered when he released that ball. I wasn't sure he was going to get it off, and he threw a strike to Kramer over the middle, and Kramer just outraced everybody. 78 yards on the touchdown. We're an extra point away from this game being tied. Wow.
And the snap to the holder.
That's Kramer again.
Takes it around the right for a 2-point conversion. The Mustangs take the lead 15-14. 4:09 left to go in the first half.
A fake extra point kick. Kramer, the holder, picks it up and races around the right side. Now, I guarantee you that was spotted on film in how Amador reacts to the extra point, and they've been waiting for exactly that situation. What a call at the right time, and just like that, Argonaut takes the lead 15-40. Folks, this is the big game. You never know what you're going to see. Stay tuned. We'll be back for lots more action. All right, well, Elmore kicked off that time. Salusi took it from the goal line and brought it out to the 25-yard line where the Buffaloes are going to have it 1st and 10, 4:03 remaining to go and a half. And just like that, folks, we had a 14-0 game, and just like that, it is now 15-14. The Mustangs in front after a beautiful 78-yard catch and run. Elmore to Kramer, and then a fake kick on the extra point where Kramer took it in from the right side for the 2-point conversion to take a 15-14 lead.
Deflating for Amador because Amador is on the board with 14, but one was a blocked punt here, you know, some fumbles
and a fumble,
and everything else, where Argonauts had the better drives in my opinion. So
all right, here we go. Randall in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, the large side of the field, 2 to the left. Randall wants to throw. He's looking. Both teams all of a sudden want to throw the football. It's complete. Across the 30, still on his feet, to the 35, to the 40, all the way up across the 40-yard line.
And that was Brandon Wright for the Amador Buffaloes there. Argonaut arm tackling, can't bring him down, and he must have slipped 4 or so on that.
Brandon Wright's been running really hard when he gets the ball in this hand in this game. That's good enough for a first down. They're going to spot it just about at the 40-yard line. The Buffs had a new set of downs, 15-yard gain on the play. I have never seen these two teams throw the ball so much.
No, nor have I. I'll tell you later what I told MC coming up here.
All right, here we go. Randall again in the shotgun. Salusi lone back. We got trips to the left. Randall wants to throw. He looks to the right. Just a quick little out pass, complete up to about the 45-yard line, where he's finally brought down. That was Gedney on the reception, number 2 for the Buffaloes.
That's something Amador over the last few years has done a lot, kind of those quick bubble screens, wide receiver screens, or quick out patterns there, and we haven't seen a lot of that this year. More deeper stuff down the field and over the middle. Kind of getting back to that quick passing game.
I don't know what the discussion is.
There's a penalty there
against Argonaut. There's a penalty, roughing the passer call against Argonaut. We just got a scoring update. Calaveras is up 27-0 over Bret Hart at half.
Oh, wow. And what was the score? Did he give you an update on that Sonora game? I was curious.
Last I saw, 5 minutes left in the second quarter, Sonora was 15-7. But then I think Somerville ran one back, so I haven't got an update on that score yet. So first down all the way up to the 40-yard line for Amador after the penalty. Still plenty of time to go here. Randall's going to hand off to Salusi. He cuts to the left, breaks a tackle. He breaks the 35 to the 30. He's got room around the corner to the 20, to the 15, to the 10. down finally inside the 5-yard line. About a 35-yard run by Salusi all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Great vision, Frank. Did you see that? Those cutbacks, following his blockers. A lot of that was Salusi right there, the last 10, 15 yards or so. All him. Great running. Thing I liked about it, too, is he took it up the gut heading toward the right, saw the cutback to the left, took it across, and with all the pursuit going left, he had the edge there, and nice running by
Really
Salusi.
nice balance on that run.
Really
Really did a nice job. And then once he finally cut out to the left, he had just open grass and a lot of pursuit by the Mustangs. Finally brought him down at the 5-yard line. So it's 1st and goal from the 5. Now we have 3 running backs in the backfield. Randall's going to go under center. The first time we've seen that today. Last man through, Brandon Wright gets hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage, gains a couple down to about the 2-yard line. We're going to call it 2nd down and goal from there.
And we're inside the ER Energy Propane Red Zone here.
2nd down and goal for the Buffs. Wow. They got that done in a hurry. There's still 2:27 left to go here in the half. They helped out by that penalty. Couple big plays. The run by Salusi. 35-yarder. Randall again under center. 3 backs again. Last man through, Brandon Wright. He gets hit in the backfield. He didn't get it. Into a whole pile. That is going to be stopped. It's going to be 3rd down and goal. Looks like they're going to spot it at about the 1, and there is just all kinds of bodies coming up off of that pile. Timeout. Looks like there's a player hurt.
We got a referee's timeout, and they unpiled him. There was still one on the ground.
I can't tell who it is down.
I know 24 was that.
It looks like 24.
Luke Martz has been wearing those pink socks.
Yeah, I think it is Martz. They're looking at his left knee. Ball sits at the 1-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal. Clock is stopped with 1:56 to go here in the half.
What a game, Frank. If Amador gets on the board here without giving Argonaut much time, Argonaut still gets the ball back at the start of the second half. This could be a back-and-forth game.
Wow. 15-14, we've got it right now. And, boy, there's been a lot of actions. There's been big plays. There's been a blocked punt. There's been a faked kick on an extra point. A big 4th down conversion by the Mustangs. There's just been a lot of action here.
And Argonaut a lot through the air.
A lot through the air.
And not like what we saw last week, Frank, where they had to do the hook and ladder. They had to do the fake reverse halfback pass.
Well, but that was when they were down by 3 touchdowns. Now this is just part of their offense.
But if you think about those other plays, a lot of trickery, right?
Yeah.
No, this is execution through the passing game today with the Mustangs.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and goal. Randall going to keep it himself. I think he got in. That's a touchdown. Randall on the 1-yard keeper just gets forward across the goal line. Randall takes it in from 1 yard out. And just that Argonaut lead did not last long. So Randall with the 1-yard plunge.
Amador has an automatic kicker pretty much here from on the PATs, but 5-point game. Do you take it to a 6-point game, or do you go for 2 and go for 7?
Well, you'd only take it to a 4-point game, and 2 would only give you a 5-point game, so I think you kick the ball.
No, they're up 5 right now.
15.
Yeah.
I thought that looked like a 16 over there. No, they're going to kick it. They're going to kick it. So Herrera's on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kicks up, and it's good. So just like that, with 1:49 left to go in the half, Amador takes the lead, 21, Argonaut 15. We'll be back. Well, I'll tell you, we've had plenty of excitement here already so far. 21-15 here with 1:48 left to go in the half. And man, oh man, it's just been back and forth here. Big play after big play from both sides here. Randall punches it in from the 1 yard line. 1:48 left. Argonaut has all their timeouts. Short kick, fielded about the 18-yard line, up to the 30. Breaks the 30-yard line, brought down at about the 32, where Argonaut's going to take over with 1:44 left and all 3 timeouts in their pocket. So they'll have it 1st and 10. Looks like they're going to put it at the 43. Dustin Martin on the tackle for the Buffaloes. So 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line. 1:44 left to go here in the half. Plenty of excitement for all so far.
We have a flag
in this
on the
big
field
game.
there, Frank. You think that was dropped out of the pocket?
I'm afraid that might have been a late hit on Argonaut, what I saw right down
Me
here.
too. 56 on 35, it looked like.
Yeah, but I don't know. Let's see. Yep, personal foul against Argonaut. That's exactly what it was. It happened right in front of us. I saw it late. And so did the refs. So that's going to march them back. And those are the kind of things that just kill you. I mean, you think about that play right there, the blocked punt, the fumble. I mean, those kind of plays really, really hurt you in a big game.
And the fumble deep in
So that's going to move the ball all the way back to the 17-yard line, where Argonaut's going to start. Like I said, 1:44 left, 3 timeouts left for the Mustangs. Elmore in the shotgun. He's going to keep it. No, going to keep it himself, trying to get around the left side. He's got a block. He gets around the corner. He's to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45. Finally knocked out of bounds, just short of the 50-yard line. Wow! Don't go away, folks, because you don't know what's going to happen next.
Got those yards back.
Man.
And like we said, this is important, folks. Argonaut does have 3 timeouts left, so they can do it, control the clock.
Well, just like that, the ball's all the way up to the 47-yard line, where the Mustangs have a new set of downs. 1:35, 3 timeouts. Argonaut with the ball. Amador in the lead, 21-15 right now in this 100th playing of the big game. Far side of the field. Elmore again in the shotgun. Second man through, try to give to Mason Flores. He breaks a tackle. He gets up to the 50-yard line, and he's brought down. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
So again, 21-15 here. Amador up on the Mustangs. About 1:20 counting down here in the half. It's going to bring up a 2nd down for the Mustangs, about 2nd and 7. They do have 3 timeouts, though.
Well, I believe after this play, they're going to start using them. Obviously, in high school, the clock stops whenever you get a 1st down as they reset the chains. Elmore in the shotgun. Motion, he wants to throw. He looks as a screen back to the other side. Perfectly read, and there's a flag down, and the ball's loose. Nope. Now they're stopping the play. They tried to throw a screen over to McCrory. He got absolutely hammered. I don't know who that was, and it's a roughing the passer call against Amador.
So we saw that called on the Mustangs once, now here on Amador. But I'll tell you what, that hit that he took, was it, you said it was McCrory?
McCrory.
Oh, it was clean.
But whoever came up there, I didn't get the number for Amador. I mean, he was like a missile.
And it was a high throw, so he left his feet to catch it. Arms extended, took it right in the chest. And you can tell he's feeling it still, Frank.
Oh, I don't doubt it. All right, the ball's up to, with the penalty, now it's up to the 35-yard line. We've got 52 seconds left to go in the half. They still have all 3 timeouts. You don't want to take them to the locker room. You don't get them back. Elmore wants to throw. He's looking, he's running this way, gets to the 40, to the 35, he's still on his feet to the 30, falls forward about the 27-yard line. They need to call a timeout right now.
Elmore on a keeper.
And they do. Timeout for the Mustangs. Elmore kept it himself. 40 seconds left to go in the half. The Mustangs still have 2 timeouts left. We're going to keep it right here.
You know what, but we'll give a shout out at least to our sponsors, Camps Propane, Central State Credit Union, Jackson Tire, Armstrong & Son, Thompson's Auto Center, The Glass Doctor, Jackson Rancheria, Mark Twain Medical Center, Prep Star, Mel and Faze, and the BG Lounge, ER Energy Propane. All our scoring updates have been brought to us today by Calaveras Lumber and Ace Hardware. And big shout out to Wingdingers, our player of the game sponsor. And they always keep us well fed here. And tonight we got the original bone-in. I believe it was the honey garlic and the garlic fries. And I'll tell you that original.
They're good.
Both of those flavors are my 2 favorites probably at this point.
Yep. Hey, folks, trust me on this. Don't go for the boneless. There ain't nothing like a wing with a bone in it.
It's not a wing at that point. They call them a wing. It shouldn't even be allowed to be called a wing.
Shouldn't even be chicken nuggets.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Good chicken nuggets, but not that you get at McDonald's. But anyway, all right, here we go. We've got a second down here for the Mustangs. There's 40 seconds left. The ball sits at about the 27-yard line. Elmore in the shotgun. McCrory comes in motion to the right. Elmore wants to throw. He's looking for McCrory on a wheel route. They've got him in the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. McCrory was in the backfield. He went in motion, and he tried to run a wheel route right down the right sideline, and Elmore tried to get it to him in the right corner and just couldn't quite get it there.
And what Amador did there is you saw Gedney out here at left corner. They had Kramer at the split. Kramer went up and did kind of a curl, and then it was on Gedney basically. Am I going to stick with the curl, or am I going to go with that back who's running the streak up? He did a good job of kind of staying and playing
well. If they were playing a zone, see, I'd rather see Kramer do a cut inside over the middle, like more of a slant pass, to try to take that DB with him to open up that wheel route. So here we go. It's third down now for the Mustangs. Elmore wants to throw. He's under pressure. He gets hit. He's still on his feet. Oh, brought down. Good to open field tackle over there by number 82 from Amador. That is Dustin Martin. They're going to have to take another timeout.
And Frank, the way he did that, he comes back, plants hard, and goes for it. It looked like it was a designed quarterback draw to me.
I don't think so. I think he wanted to throw, and he had pressure up the middle. He avoided that pressure and just tried to tuck it in. And great open field tackle by Martin there from Amador. So it's going to be 4th down and 4. There's 26 seconds left on the clock. I believe Argonaut has one timeout left.
And our Calaveras Lumber Ace Hardware scoring updated is 15-13. Now that Somerville-Sonora game. Sonora's up 15, Somerville 13. So I'm assuming they went for 2.
No, I've got 23-13 Sonora.
Jim just texted me 15-13.
Well,
I'm going to go with your score.
13.
I'll go with yours.
15. 15-13. It was 15-13.
So they must have put a touchdown with the 2-point now to take it to 23.
Right.
So 23-13,
right.
Excuse me.
23-13 Sonora.
Cool.
All right, here we go. 4th down for the Mustangs. 26 seconds left to go in a half. Elmore gives it, coming around the right side. They're just trying to get the first down. I don't know if they got it. I think they're short.
Yeah, they're a couple yards
on
short.
Downs. That was Mason Flores. And they're going to turn it over on downs to the Buffs. 20 seconds left here to go in the half. I think Amador is going to take a knee and
be smart.
and be happy to take this to halftime with a 21-15 lead. But we'll see what Coach Baker has in mind. He's going to go under center. Yeah, it looks like they're pretty tight. Yeah, I think they're going to just kneel down one play and call it a half. That'll do it. And that'll be the last play at the half, folks. And I'm going to tell you what, it has been a good one as the clock ticks down here to the 100th playing of the big game. Look at the scoreboard. The Amador Buffaloes lead it 21-15. Argonaut's going to be receiving the opening kick to start the half. Don't go anywhere because this is going to be a dandy.
Halftime scorer
Christensen.
That goes for you too, 75.
So here we go. Getting ready to get this one underway in the second half of this 100th playing of the big game. They're still trying to clear the end zones a little bit. You know, the kids like to run around in the end zones during halftime and play catch and this and that. And
what's the deal with the bleachers over there, Frank, by the scoreboard? Is that for anyone to sit in, or is that like a rooting
I believe
section?
That's part of the Stain Gang or something. They've been doing that for a number of years.
I've never understood what it is.
That's just all students back in there. And they put those up. Those have been in there for several years now. Yeah. So here we go. We're getting ready. They're going to let the clock bleed all the way down. There's 10 seconds left here before I think they blow the whistle and get this going out. Here come the officials. They've got the end zones cleared, and we're getting ready to get this second half action underway. Delivers the ball to the tee. Jacob Green, Addison Kramer, and Tyler Christensen back deep for the Mustangs.
Juan Herrera to kick off for the Buffaloes.
Remember, this game was 0-0 after one quarter. 36 points scored in the second quarter. The second half ought to be a dandy.
Football, let's go.
Here we go. Fans are getting revved up. Everybody's up for the kickoff. Here comes the kick. It's a short kick, a pooch kick to about the 20-yard line where it's fielded by the up man. Tries to cut it back across the field, looking for a block. Gets the block across the 30, to the 35, to the 40. Brought down at about the 42-yard line.
Nice tackle by Villarreal, or else he was gone.
That was Jacob Green that took the short kick at about the 20-yard line and brought it up to the 42-yard line. Villarreal on the tackle where the Mustangs are going to take over 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line to get this second half started. All right, so here it looks like the fire truck is taking down the ladder and the big flag, and that'll do it for them tonight. And here come the Mustangs. Elmore in the shotgun. McCrory, Mason Flores in motion. Elmore's going to keep it coming around this side. He gets the 45, knocked out of bounds at about the 46.
So he's taken out by Brandon Wright.
Their leading tackler again this year. As I said, he led the team in tackles both his sophomore and his junior year. So they're going to spot it at the 47, it looks like. So a gain of 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5 for the Mustangs. We'll see what kind of halftime adjustments both teams make here. Elmore again in the shotgun. McCrory right behind him. Mason Flores on one wing. Give to Flores this time. Got hit almost immediately. First man on the spot for Amador was number 5. That was Corey Shearer.
I was told Shearer wasn't going to be playing tonight, but that's obviously number 5 down there, Frank.
He's playing. You got bad information. They were trying to send you some false information there.
The quarterback's uncle told me that.
Well,
as I drove him to the game tonight.
Yeah. All right, no gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 5 for the Mustangs. Ball sits at their own 47-yard line. Again, Elmore going to operate from the shotgun. Same setup. McCrory behind him. Mason Flores on this side. And Elmore wants to throw. He's looking. He's in trouble. He's trying to bring it back to the other side of the field. I don't think he's got enough room. He gets hit. Still driving forward. Gets up to about the 50-yard line. But he's going to be short of a 1st down. So it's going to be 4th down and about 2 right at the 50-yard line. And I would think that Coach Davis is going to want to punt from there. Now remember, Elmore is your punter.
Yeah, you can definitely do stuff. I couldn't get the number, Frank, but some great blocking, sustained blocking by the Argonaut Mustang tight end over here.
Well, let's see what Coach Davis has in mind. Now, Elmore is coming back to the sidelines to get some further instructions. Now he's heading back into the huddle. And Amador doesn't think they're punting. They don't have anybody drop deep. And it looks like they're going to go for it. Now they're calling a timeout. Now they're going to call a timeout. And, man, you in a game like this, you hate to burn that timeout so quickly.
You know what, Jim? Let's do this. Let's get our sponsors in. We don't know how the action's going to go the rest of the quarter, and then we'll bring it back here. 21-15 Amador over Argonaut.
All right, we're back. It's 4th and 2, and Argonaut is going to punt now. They just wasted a timeout with indecision there, and that's just not a good thing you want to do this early in the second half in a game like this. Good snap. Elmore gets a punt off. It's kind of a dead knuckleball. Come up and fielded right at about the 25-yard line and brought down immediately. That was Villarreal on the punt return. And he was brought down as soon as he caught the ball. Wirt was in on the tackle. They're going to put it right on the 25-yard line where Amador will have their first possession of the half, 1st and 10.
Well, we talked about how big that Argonaut possession at the start of the half was and really didn't do anything with it. So Amador is going to take the ball with a chance to score first here in the second half.
All right, Randall comes under center. Wright and Salusi in the backfield. Give to Salusi. He has to cut it outside, and he gets hit right away and dropped for a loss.
Amador in an I formation with a split to each side on that one. You'll see him get into that every now and then, usually more of a wing type team, but we saw them use that a few times against Linden and starting the second half here in the I formation.
Jacob Green came shooting in from the right side of the defense there and dropped him for 2-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Buffaloes. So this time Randall's going to go to the shotgun.
Got Trips over here on the far side.
Trips here to the right, the only back in the backfield with Randall, and Randall wants to throw. He's looking outside to the right. Oh boy, that was almost intercepted. He threw it behind his intended receiver.
That was Salusi.
And Mason Flores almost had a pick 6 right there.
Basically, he just kind of came out of the backfield into the flat, and very poorly thrown ball, actually, Frank.
It was behind him, and Flores had a shot at that interception, and there was nothing in front of him in the goal line. So it'll be 3rd down and 12 for Amador.
Who's the long-haired guy with the pink for Argonaut right here? Reminded me of Joey White.
I have no idea where you're looking. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 12. Low snap, but Randall handles it. Big rush by Argonaut. They've got him, and he's sacked. Let's see where they give the forward progress. I think that's going to be down at about the 12-yard line.
Randall back to pass.
No, they're going to move him forward where contact was first made up to about the 16-yard line. It's going to be 4th down, and Amador is going to punt, and Argonaut should have good field position.
Is it Aaron Tiopi?
Aaron Tiopi?
Right here with the pink gloves, the Argonaut player.
I don't know where you're looking. On the sidelines?
Cornerback on the receiver right here.
That's number 10.
Number 10.
All right, Addison Kramer back deep for the punt. Oh, high snap. It was bobbled, just got off. Short kick, but good Amador bounce as it continues to roll forward across the 50-yard line and finally down at the Argonaut 47.
What a job to get that kick off.
Well, the snap was high, and then he bobbled it, and he had a lot of folks coming at him, and it looked like Argonaut was so afraid of roughing the passer or roughing the kicker that they weren't going to get there. They kind of backed off, and he got it high and then got a good bounce once it hit the ground. Rolled forward all the way to the 47-yard line where the Mustangs will take over their 2nd possession of the half. This time a little bit better field position than they had before. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. All right, Elmore in the shotgun. McCrory behind him. Motion to the right. Give to Mason Flores, coming through this side, gets across the 50-yard line, still fighting for another yard or two. Let's see where they finally spot it. They're going to spot it at the 49-yard line. Looks like a gain of about 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, our call of the game, Melon Faze and the BG Lounge, player of the game, Wing Dingers. They keep us fed. We love them. Red Zone, ER Energy Propane. They're the sponsor of the Red Zone. Calaveras Lumber, Ace Hardware are your scoring update sponsors. We'll run the others down a little bit.
All right,
later.
here we go. 2nd down and 6 for the Mustangs. This time handoff coming from the right side. Number 22 brought down just short of the 45-yard line. That was Tyler Christensen.
Kind of a little hop over a guy down. You see that in the hole there?
Stop by Alec Franklin.
That was right up to the 45-yard line, so it is going to be a 3rd down and
3rd down and 2.
we'll call it a long 2, short 3.
Real quick, shout out Camps Propane, Central State Credit Union, Jackson Tire, Armstrong & Son, Thompson's Auto Center, Glass Doctor, Jackson Rancheria, Mark Twain Medical Center.
All right, 3rd down. Elmore in the shotgun. Flores gets the handoff, and he is brought down short of the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and all of a sudden, it's going to be another 4th down for Coach Davis and the Mustangs. 6:27 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
At the 45-yard line.
So 4th down, ball's just sitting inside the 45. Call it 4th down and 2, and they're going for it this time. Elmore in the shotgun. Flores in motion. Elmore wants to keep it. He's trying to get it around the right side. He's got the 1st down. He fumbles the football, and Amador recovers.
That was number 23 for the Amador Buffaloes, Brandon Wright on the recovery. You know, Elmore does run a little upright, and one hand on the ball.
Well, Elmore had the first down, and then he lost it as he got hit at about the 40-yard line. The ball came free. Third turnover for the Mustangs. Brandon Wright recovers at the 39-yard line where Amador is going to take over 1st and 10.
Tell you what, when I saw that play happen, I'm thinking, man, Argonaut hasn't done a lot on the ground. Looks like they're going to do it, but it was a good play call because he has had success getting around the edge, but even better defense. Nice job by the Amador Buffaloes.
You got to hold on to that football.
You do.
All right, this time Brandon Wright on the carry gets hit almost immediately at the 40-yard line, maybe a gain of 1 by just a pile of Mustangs.
One thing you'll see with both of these teams, they don't get down, they come back, they play hard. I've been impressed by both of these defenses tonight, Amador and Argonaut.
Heinzel there on the tackle, there again calling his number 68. Really has come into his own the last couple of weeks. We've been calling his number a lot. So 1-yard gain on the play, 2nd down and 9 for Amador. Salusi and Wright in the backfield. Oh, fumbled snap. Ball's loose. It's on the, now it gets pitched back to Salusi. I don't know if Randall picked it up off the ground and pitched it back to Salusi. It was fumbled on the snap.
And what a great job of Salusi for staying there. I would have been running towards the ball or something, you know. I mean,
oh, we're seeing it all, and that that's going to be back almost to the original line of scrimmage, just inside it a little bit. It's 3rd down and about 9.5. But, you know, every time Argonaut puts the ball on the ground, Amador's taking advantage. Both times that Amador's put the ball on the ground, they've been able to recover their own fumbles. So this time Randall's going to operate from the shotgun, trips to this side, Wright the only back, and he wants to throw. Big pressure coming up the middle from Argonaut. Randall escapes, going to the left side, gets tackled for no gain on the play, maybe 1. It's going to be 4th down, and Amador's going to have to punt. And, boy, that Argonaut defense all of a sudden is getting a push up the middle.
They really are. I'll tell you what, I see a difference in the way that Elmore and Randall run. Randall a little more timid once he gets out there with the ball. But this kid, I'll tell you what, they lost Burns, and people said, what are they going to have over there? He has done a great job in the action I've seen, staying composed. And
for never
and
playing quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, what a great job.
So here's the punt. 4 minutes left. That punt was almost blocked. Good kick. Drives Kramer back inside the 20-yard line. He comes across the 20 to the 25 to the 30. Oh, and he tried to hop over it, but he wasn't able to get there.
And Argonaut is very lucky there, blocking the back. Very obvious, but
I don't see a flag.
Oh, it's there. It is on the ground.
Yes, now I see it.
Yeah, by the 30.
That one's going to come back. Kramer brought it up to about a 12-yard return up to the 30-yard line. Tried to hop over the tackler and just caught him by the ankles and took him down at the 30.
Real impressive how he split the 2 Amador defenders and hit that hard to start with. Sometimes you'll see these younger guys dancing around or this and that. Knew what he wanted to do.
Yeah, blocking the back, so that's going to bring this one back, and Argonaut's going to be operating with a long field here.
Amador playing well. Argonaut also hurting themselves several times this game. Penalties, turnovers.
All right, back to the 19-yard line where Argonaut will have it for the 3rd possession of this half. The last one ended up in a fumble by Elmore on the 4th down call. Elmore wants to throw. He's looking deep. Incomplete. Incidental contact there.
Well played by Gus Gedney, Frank, on that ball right there.
They were trying to get it to Kramer, and Gedney did a good job just staying right with him. That was kind of a 50-50 ball up in the air. Who's going to get it? And Gedney was right there with Kramer. Gedney actually had inside position, and the ball was thrown a little inside, so when Kramer tried to get to the ball, he couldn't get there because Gedney was there.
I think he wanted that out more towards the sideline.
All right, here we go. 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. Oh, that's an inside handoff on like a little reverse. Flores, not much going on, maybe gained a couple on the play. That looked like they almost fumbled that handoff again. I had the binoculars on it. And
you know, we've noticed Argonaut, I have not seen Argonaut go into the double wing in both games I've seen them.
No, not interested. The only time we saw it was the first game of the year when they were way ahead at the end of the game. They kind of went down on a slow. When they substituted in They went kind of into the slow mode and went to the double wing.
Okay.
Delayed handoff, almost kind of a Statue of Liberty, if you will. And a little gain on the play, but not a whole heck of a lot. 4th down, and right now they're just trading punts here in the third quarter. 2:54 to go. Tried to get that delayed handoff to McCrory. Now there's an official timeout on the field.
You know, one thing I'm seeing that I used to see all the time, Argonaut, what Ricky Davis came in, built up the program, had a lot of success. You'd always see breakaway runs, at least 1 or 2 every game. I have not seen Argonaut break away a long run in the games that I've done.
Well, I don't know that they quite have the backs that they've had. High kick fielded at about the 42-yard line. Now he's going backwards.
Oh, great tackle.
And tackled by number 34 for the Mustangs.
It looked like Garbarini.
Was it 44 Garbarini? So Villarreal went backwards after he received the kick, trying to get around the outside and couldn't quite get there. Good job by Garbarini there to track him down. Amador's got it. They're going to have it 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. And so on 3 possessions by Argonaut in this half, in this quarter, they have done nothing. Amador, this is their 3rd possession. No score here in the quarter with 2:32 left to go. You remember the first quarter was scoreless also, and then they busted open for 36 of the second. Low snap. Good job picking it up. Brandon Wright running like a freight train.
Yeah, he is. Ran over Aaron Tiopi
actually
right there.
ran right over Tiopi.
Or threw him on.
Holy mackerel. Gain of 5 on the play, and that was just hard running by Brandon Wright.
Frank, what do you think of the new rule, not here in high school, but where they talk about running backs targeting by lowering their helmet? Have you heard that one?
No, I haven't, and I haven't seen one call, and I don't know how the heck you would legislate that or even make that call.
Something's been being talked about, and it's ridiculous.
Salusi coming in motion from the left side. He's trying to get outside in the sweep. Oh, great open field tackle right there. I believe that was Kramer who came up, just stayed home. They tried to get Salusi, sent him in motion from the left side of the field, coming around all the way to the wide side here to the right, and Kramer did a good job staying home. Nice open field tackle, loss of 5 on the play. They're back to the where this drive started. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
I had somebody tell me this, real familiar with the Amador program. They said, watch Salusi. When he gets outside, he tends to stretch things and sometimes waits a little too long to cut it up the field. And there wasn't a whole lot to cut up there.
It looked like there was awful good pursuit for the Mustang defense that time. I don't think he had anywhere to go. But a loss of 5 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. Here we go. Randall operating for the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He wants to throw. It looks like he wanted to get it at Brandon Wright. He's in trouble. He's sprinting. He throws it to nobody there. Incomplete pass. Amador goes 3 and out again. And wow, these defenses made some adjustments here at halftime. And right now
they're going to call that as a intentional grounding. There was nobody out there. He wasn't outside the tackle box, I guess.
Oh, I think he was outside the tackle box. Absolutely he was.
It looked to me like he was.
They're calling it intentional grounding, so that's a loss of down and yardage. So Amador goes 3 and out.
I'll tell you, Frank, though, I do agree with you. It looked like he was definitely far enough to throw that ball away where he did, but that's the call they made. There
wasn't a receiver super close, but I mean, in high school, cripes, I've seen balls thrown more off target than that one. I'm a little surprised at that call.
Me too. Hey, real quick, we've been running our sponsors down again. Camps, Central State Credit Union, Jackson Tire, Armstrong & Son, Thompson's Auto Center, The Glass Doctor, Jackson Rancheria, Casino Resort, Mark Twain Medical Center, Prep Star, Mel and Faye's BG Lounge, Wingdingers, ER Energy Propane, and all your scoring updates since we started this gig, Calaveras Lumber, Ace Hardware. Big shout out to all our sponsors. And you know what? My in-laws are listening right now. So Ray and Peg, how you guys doing? And Mr. and Mrs. Nix, always got to give them a shout out too.
They had special VIP parking over here. I saw that
he told me that he listens to us while he's at the games.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why not?
All right, with the penalty and the loss of down, the ball's back at the 29-yard line. Amador's going to punt. Addison Kramer back deep for the Mustangs. 58 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. 21-15 Amador. That was the score we had at halftime, and it still remains that in this scoreless third quarter. We had a scoreless first quarter, 36-point bust out in the second, and here a scoreless third so far with 58 seconds left. A high snap
What
again,
a catch!
and he caught it and just kicked it dead right. It's going to roll up to about the 41-yard line, and the Mustangs are in business. Another high snap.
Looked like Odell Beckham Jr. or
The
something.
punter went out there and was able to snag it. That's like 3 times in a row now. They're really having trouble with that snap. Just got it off.
Wasn't the last one low?
And no, that was on the shotgun.
Okay, that's what it was. That's right.
So anyway, the Mustangs are going to take over from the Amador 41-yard line. Great field position here with 48 seconds to go here in the third quarter. So 41-yard line. Elmore's going to keep it himself. Short gain on the play. Just got a scoring update here. Sonora now leads at the start of the fourth quarter by 30. Somerville 20. So maybe my prediction that Sonora was going to get their first loss, they were going to go to 20-1 instead of 21-0. But I don't know. Somerville's got some work ahead of them if that's going to happen.
The Amador stayed with Sonora 21-21 first half, and then Sonora just pulled away. Second half. Looks like Somerville's doing a better job at least keeping that
Calaveras
close.
is up 37-7 in the start of the fourth quarter in their game. So here it is, second down for the Mustangs. Flores goes in motion. Elmore wants to throw. He's throwing
That's a
deep
nice
to the
throw.
right. Oh,
And
that's pass interference.
right there, baby.
Yeah, that's absolutely. That's pass interference. The flag is down. It was called. He was going to make that catch, and the defender just grabbed him from behind. The flag came out. Now, remember, in high school, that is not a spot foul like it is in the NFL. So you don't get it at the spot of the foul.
Which you can also say, if you're beat that bad, it's actually a good play.
Heck, yes, it is.
Forget the pass interference.
Heck, yes, it is. Yeah,
But
so you just mark
what a nice
off,
throw,
you get
though.
a 15-yarder, and
Guys, I get
but
excited
you
in
get
high
to
school.
live to see another day.
Yeah, true. In high school, I get excited when it doesn't matter what team it is. When I see a quarterback make a nice throw, it's high school ball, and I always get excited about it. And what a nice throw there by the Argonaut.
All right, 1 second left here in the third quarter. The ball sits at the 24-yard line of Amador. So Argonaut almost in the red zone here.
What a game, Frank. What a game.
Here we go. Elmore in the shotgun. Mason Flores goes in motion. Elmore wants to keep it, trying to get around the left side. He's got the 20. He gets across the 22 about the 18-yard line. Well, they're going to give it to him at about the 17-yard line. That'll be it. That's the end of the third quarter. Look at the scoreboard. No change from halftime. Amador 21, Argonaut 15, but Argonaut's on the hunt. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back here to start the fourth quarter, and man, I'll tell you, no score in the first quarter, no score in the third quarter, 36 points scored in the second quarter. It's 21-15 here to start the fourth quarter. Argonaut has the ball, 1st and 10 now at the, let me get a marking here, at about the 18-yard line, 17-yard line.
And this half has been defense, and both teams stepping up.
7 possessions there in the fourth quarter, no score. That's both teams combined.
Really, Frank.
All right, this time's a handoff coming around the
That may
right
change
side.
here.
That's Mason Flores. He gets to the 10. He cuts it inside. He breaks the tackle, gets down to about the 7-yard line. Very close to a first down as they enter into our ER Energy red zone.
There we go. We forgot that, didn't we? ER Energy Propane Red Zone here at Argonaut High School.
7-yard line, yes, it is 1st and goal. Ball sits at the 7-yard line for the Mustangs. So this drive started at their 41 after the short kick on the bad snap. They had good field position coming in here. They've got it 1st and goal here from the 7. McCrory behind Elmore. Give to number 22, goes right up the middle, falls forward. Gets a couple on the play. Ball's going to be spotted about the 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. That was number 22. I believe that's Christensen.
Tyler Christensen, the ball carrier.
You know what, real quick, I want to give a shout out. Kate Johnson from Argonaut High School. She's a freshman. She's on the golf team, Frank. She shot a 43 and a 44 on 9 back-to-back.
Good for her.
Big shout out. Oh, that's our niece on MC.
I was going to say, how the heck do you know that?
Player or athlete of the week.
All right, here we go. 2nd and goal from the 5. Elmore again from the shotgun. McCrory right behind him. Christensen in motion. Elmore wants to keep it. He gets across the 5. He's heading for the goal line. I think he's short.
It's close.
He's short.
You are right. Almost a full yard, actually, huh, Frank?
It looks like about it's sitting right at the 1 yard line, so it'll be 3rd and goal. Brandon Wright on the tackle. So 3rd and goal from the 1 for the Mustangs. 21-15, Amador in the lead.
What a ball game. Even if you're not a fan of either team, this is a really good game it's turned out to be here in the second half. As Frank said, I believe you said 7 possessions.
Yep.
With no scoring in the third
And there
quarter.
are a whole lot of folks here, too.
There are.
All right, here we go. 3rd and goal from the 1. Elmore's going to keep it straight ahead, dives forward. I'm looking for the signal. Touchdown! Touchdown. Elmore calls his own number. 1 yard out. Elmore takes it in. The Mustangs tie the game at 21-21 with the extra point coming.
You know what, Frank? I mentioned it earlier. I've seen it for years, these bleachers out here, and I didn't know exactly what is that. And you said it's the Stang Gang. Is the Stang Gang basically just like a rooting section?
Students.
I love it. It's so cool.
Have you ever seen the basketball games?
Yeah.
They do they got all kinds of gyrations that they do. All right, for the lead. The snap is down. The kick is up. There's whistles. Let's see what happened. Kick was good. I'm not sure what the call was.
With them stopping it, you'd think it'd have to be a...
Offsides on the defense.
Huh, surprised that they
Now,
didn't.
I don't know why they didn't let that kick go through.
Unless he contacted someone on the line before the snap of the ball?
And they're declining the... I don't get that. Maybe there was contact. I still don't understand that call. I'm not sure Coach Davis does either. Coach Davis is saying the same thing. What the hell? He's yelling at the ref. Why do we have to kick it again? And I totally agree with him. It doesn't matter. The kick is up and it's good.
If that
but
was
I still don't agree with that call. 10:09 left. The Mustangs take a 22-21 lead in this big game. I'm telling you, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. Wow. There's some great action going on here in Motherlode League tonight, isn't there? Because this one has certainly been a dandy.
So it's 10:03 left in the ball game. 22-21, Argonaut up. Argonaut has 2 timeouts. Amador with all 3.
All right, Villarreal and Salusi back deep for the Buffs. 10 minutes to go here in this game. 22-21 Mustangs. Here's the kick by Elmore. It's a low liner. Hits Villarreal right in the chest at about the 5. He's up to the 20. Gets hit. Knocked out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. And that's where Amador is going to take over first possession here of the fourth quarter. From the 24-yard line, they'll have it 1st and 10. Trailing in this game for the second time tonight. They were down 15-14 and they came back and scored, take a 21-15 lead. And then Argonaut that just put that one in to take a 22-21 lead. And that's where we stand.
And the way we're here at 22, folks, is on that fake
the 2-point conversion. That's right, the fake kick that Kramer picked up. He was a holder and ran it in around the right side. Straight ahead handoff, Brandon Wright running hard, and he got hit hard by a whole host of Mustangs. Gain of a couple on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. But I got to tell you, that Wright runs hard.
I was just going to say, Frank, if you don't like the way Brandon Wright runs, you're not a football fan. The kid is physical, but he's shifty as well.
And he plays both ways, and he plays hard both ways.
Does.
I mean, he travels sideline to sideline from his linebacker spot, and I'm going to tell you, that's going to be one tired young man at the end of this one.
That screen pass where he blew up Flores? Lay some hat.
All right, gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 for the Buffs. Oh, low snap. Wright picks it up. Randall did not get it. It fumbled. The ball snapped low. It went right by Randall. Brandon Wright was the back standing right behind him. He picked it up and advanced it forward, but he's going to lose a yard on the play, so it's going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Buffs.
And one thing Amador has is they do have a kicker now. We watched him miss a 49-yarder, but earlier in the year we've seen him kick a 39-yarder, which was from the 22-yard line. So if Amador can get within field goal range, they can take the lead as well.
I think they're thinking about a 1st down right now.
They play-by-play first, yeah, of course.
All right, 3rd and 9. Randall looking to throw. He wants to go deep, but he's in trouble, and he's sacked. He is sacked. This Argonaut defense all of a sudden is getting a big, big push up the middle.
And that was Gedney out on the left at the split end, just running a streak up the sideline. Garbarini with great coverage. And it looks like Randall just held the ball, thinking he would get behind the DB in Garbarini, and Garbarini never let him up and led to the sack. Just held on to that ball a little too long.
Brings up a 4th down.
Now it looks like Amador's got a new kicker, number 58.
I don't know if we've called him. Frank.
Nash Wiley.
It's a cool name.
You know, that he has not been their punter. The good snap that time. Maybe they took their punter and made him the snapper. Yeah. Good Argonaut bounce as the ball bounces back, everybody away. It's going to be touchdown. Argonaut is going to have good field position on the Amador side of the field at the 45-yard line, leading 22-21 for their second possession here at the 45-yard line. So short field to go here.
And we're going to keep it here, folks, because both teams already out. Looks like they're getting ready to get this thing going.
7:38 remaining here in this contest, and man, has it been a good one. All right, here we go. The Mustangs break the huddle. Elmore in the shotgun. Kramer split out to the left. Elmore wants to keep it. Pitch back to number 22. I believe that's Christensen. He's got the corner. He gets across the 30-yard line, finally knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets a that was Mason Flores, excuse me, not Christensen, but that was good enough for a 1st down. Ball all the way up to the 27-yard line, so 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Good hard run by Mason Flores. That was a little option. Elmore that time, you remember we ran that option before, bounced it right off his chest in the pitch because the back was too close to him. You have to keep your separation on that play. They did a nice job that play. Flores, good gain for a 1st down. Straight ahead to McCrory. He's got a hole. And I talked about how many players Amador had playing both ways and how this was really going to get, could be really affected by fatigue in a hard-played game like this. And all of a sudden, both lines, you see Argonaut pushing against the line. There was a big hole open that time that McCrory ran through. 8 yards on the play, 2nd down and 2. 7 minutes left to go in the contest. 22-21 Mustangs. Ball sits right inside the 20-yard line. Elmore again going to operate from the shotgun. McCrory right behind him. Calling on a hard snap. It was actually went on 4. McCrory's got it again. He's got the 1st down. Falls forward almost to the 15-yard line.
Who was that, Frank? That looked like
that was McCrory.
It was McCrory.
So another 1st down for the Mustangs, and all of a sudden, Amador is looking a little bit on the tired side, and Argonaut on both sides of the ball is really starting to get a push from that line. Making Coach Fletcher proud. All right, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball on the 16-yard line. Motion coming from the right. We're going to give it. Mason Flores cuts it inside across the 15 to the 10, the 5. Touchdown! Touchdown, Argonaut, 16 yards. Mason Flores, just a beautiful cutback.
Great blocking. Tyler Christensen out ahead of him. Flores made the right cut. Great execution by the Argonaut Mustangs. So now they're up 7, Frank. They go, obviously, we assume they're going to go for 1 here and make it 8.
You kicked the point.
Yep. So then Amador will have to score a touchdown and convert a 2-point conversion to tie this ball game, folks.
But I want to tell you what, those last two possessions, the Argonaut defense as well as the offense, the line play, and I really think that fatigue is starting to play a factor in this game. The kick is up. It's good. Look at the scoreboard. 6:15 left to go in this 100th playing of the big game. It's the Mustangs 21, the Buffaloes Mustangs 29, the Buffaloes 21. Don't go anywhere because we're going to be right back. All right, not much of a surprise there, but oh boy, I'm going to tell you what, Argonaut right now has kind of taken over this game on both sides and on the line. And Jim, and we talked about that fatigue factor with as many players as Amador has playing both ways, and I think maybe we're seeing some of the results of that right now. Kick all the way back. It hits at about the 3 into the end zone. Touchback. Amador is going to start at their 20-yard line, have it 1st and 10.
So 6:15 left to go in the ball game, and Amador has all 3 of their timeouts. Argonaut still with 2. At this time, I want to give a shout out to Camps Propane, our pregame sponsor every year, our postgame sponsor every year, Prep Star, halftime sponsors, Jackson Rancheria Casino Resort and Mark Twain Medical Center, Golden State Credit Union, Jackson Tire, Armstrong & Son, Thompson's Auto Center, The Glass Doctor, Melon Phase, BG's Lounge, Wingdingers, ER Energy Propane, Calaveras Lumber, Ace Hardware. And we thank them, folks. You should, as I say, support the businesses that support our community. Without these guys, we wouldn't be on the air here.
All right, Amador, this is their 5th possession of the half. They have absolutely done nothing on offense so far in this half. Handoff to Brandon Wright, and they are working him like a mule. That boy's got to be tired. He keeps running hard, though. Gain of about 3 on the play. It'll be let's see. They're only giving him 1. Knee must have went down, so it's going to be 2nd down and 9.
And I think that score charged up that Argonaut Mustang defense because they're playing with a lot
Well, you know,
of
a little
energy out
surprising, you know, the success that Amador had in the first half throwing the football. We haven't seen a whole lot of it so far here.
True, true.
All right, 2nd down and 9. We're going to have trips spread out to the left side, just as I say this. One receiver to the right. Lone back is right in the backfield. Randall wants to throw. He's looking to the right. Slings it outside. It's intercepted by the Mustangs. Taking it down. He's still on his feet. Still on his feet. Touchdown. Addison Kramer picked that ball off at about the 27-yard line and did a nice job tight-roping the line all the way down there. 27-yard pick 6 by Kramer, and all of a sudden the Mustangs look like they're in control, 35-21.
May have sealed the deal right there, folks, as long as Amador doesn't run a kickback or get some quick scoring. There's a huge play by Kramer. I was leaning towards Elmore, the quarterback, but I think I'm going to go at this point. Hey, Kramer might have just made his way into our player of the game.
I don't know. We've got a player down on the field, so while they check that out, the score right now reads the Mustangs 35, the Buffaloes 21 before the kick.
What a bummer here. This guy, he's down.
With 5:24 left to go in this contest. And
the player down on his stomach, Frank.
Yeah, I cannot see right now. We'll give you an update as soon as we get information. But, Jim, why don't we send it back to you just for a quick moment, and we'll be right back as we've got a timeout on the field. It looks like my prediction isn't going to come true.
Oh, no.
37-27, 6 minutes left. We've still got a player down on the field here, Jim, but I want to tell you what a turn of events here in this fourth quarter after a scoreless third quarter. It's been all Argonaut. Amador has not been able to generate anything, and it's really come through the dominant line play by Argonaut on both sides of the ball. And I really believe the point that we brought up at halftime about all the players that Amador have played both ways. You know, Argonaut has always had the reputation of their style of play. They're always strong and they always beat on you. And when you get done playing an Argonaut team, win or loss, man, you know you were in a football game. And I really think that has started to show here in the second half.
And that's something similar we talked about Amador and Argonaut and how this rivalry's been renewed. Some great contests last year. Good game. This is a great game here tonight. But Argonaut and Calaveras kind of became a rivalry as well. Similar style. Calaveras always very physical as well. That's why I always used to like watching those matchups. And you're right, this seems like that, the physicality of the Mustangs, it feels like it's coming back.
Well, I just think it's when what makes a rivalry great is when two teams are good.
And when
like
you don't
right
know
now,
who's going to win.
You know, the Warriors and the Lakers used to be a great rivalry. Is that a rivalry now?
Or Kings and Lakers?
Heck no.
Yeah,
it's not, because they're both not good.
Mm-hmm.
When the Dodgers and the Giants are both gunned, it only makes that rivalry better. And that's the same thing with here.
Mm-hmm.
And so that stretch that Amador, you knew Argonaut was going to win.
Yep.
But over the last few years that Amador's won the game 4 years in a row, you didn't know who was going to win, except for that one game 3 years ago that was a big blowout of 42 to 6, I think. All the other ones have been extremely close, 8 to 6, 14-13, last year 24-21. I mean, that's what stimulates a rivalry. So the player is up, walking off the field on his own. That is good news. And we're going to get ready to resume this extra point kick after the Kramer interception that puts Argonaut up by 2 scores. The kick will put them up by 15 points here with 5:24 left to go in this game.
Quick question for you. Equally good? Now, if they're equally bad, is that still a good rivalry?
It's still a good...
Because it's a good matchup.
Right, exactly.
But we don't want to see that.
No, nobody wants to see
this.
This has been really exciting. I mean, we've had a little bit of sloppy play on some fumbles and some bad snaps, and we've had our share of penalties in this game. But all in all, we've had a bunch of exciting plays on both sides of the ball, and I'm telling you, I'm excited. It's been fun. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and it's good.
It's good.
And right now, Argonaut Mustangs, 5:24 left, 36-21. But I got to remind you, Argonaut was up by 2 scores last year with 3 minutes left.
That's right.
And they ended up losing this football game, so don't go away. We got plenty of football left. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back for the kickoff. Well, hey, I went on the limb a little bit, Hey, you know what they say, Jim? You only need to predict one earthquake. All right, here we go. We're getting ready for kickoff here.
Can't win a hand if you don't step to the table either.
Here's a kick, another deep drive well into the end zone. There's a whole lot of adrenaline pumping up in Wyatt Elmore right now as he boots it out of the end zone for another touchback. Amador is going to take over 1st and 10 for the 20. They got some work to do. 5:24 left, down by 15.
You said it, Frank, too. It is huge. Of course, all football, even back to Pee Wee football, field position is huge. But Argonaut, by being able to kick these touchbacks, starts at the 20. You see it all the time, high school teams running it back to the 30, the 40, or farther.
Well, how many
they haven't
times
had that opportunity?
How many times did you hear me complain when I'd watch Coach Davis over and over kick little pooch kicks, and we'd give our opposition a ball at the 40-yard line?
Just take it.
Why?
Yeah.
Man, it is a weapon to have a kicker like that. So here you go. 1st and 10 from the 20. Amador needs to move, and they need to move in a hurry. They need 2 scores at least with a 2-point conversion to tie this thing up. Randall wants to throw. He's looking. He's in trouble. He's sacked again. And, I mean, Argonaut is having their way with the line right now, and I believe that was number 65, Michael McCarthy. And he doesn't have any time to throw. We were saying, why aren't they throwing the ball, having any success in the second half? He doesn't have any time.
You know what I think also, Frank, to that point? They're running very long patterns. They're trying to get deep down the field. They've abandoned the quick slant. They've abandoned the bubble screens. They've abandoned the quick passing game. Get the yards after the catch. Keep the sticks moving. But you can't hold the ball for 8 seconds waiting for a guy to get open 40 yards, 50 yards.
That was a loss of 10 on the play of the ball all the way back to the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 20, delayed handoff to Wright, trying to find some room. He's got some room, and he's still on his feet. He's running all the way across the 35-yard line. He's got a 1st down and more, and I'm telling you, this kid's got a motor.
Hey, I'm wondering right now, if Argonaut wins this game, who's going to be our player of the game? If Amador does something special here, this Brandon Wright kid would get it for me. What a great run there.
1st down, Amador.
I mean,
quick little draw play.
He's got a motor.
He does.
Well, that's the perfect call. You want to try to slow that rush down, right?
Definitely.
You saw when they threw that screen after they had big rush 2 times in a row. Everybody's got the ears pinned back, and they're heading for let's all meet at the quarterback.
Yeah.
Perfect time for a screen or a draw, and that's what they just ran.
Use your rush against you.
We have official timeout.
So the ball's up to the 37-yard line. It's 1st and 10, 4:32. The clock is stopped. I'm not quite sure why. Officials are over there talking to Coach Baker over on the Amador sideline.
One thing I want to say, guys, these are student athletes. Sportsmanship is huge when it comes to high school football. And in this big game the last couple years, there's been chirping, little kind of things here and there. But this has been a well-played ball game, sportsmanship at its fullest. These guys, just playing hard out here. And you got to give a lot of respect to both of the teams, the coaching staffs, and all the players for keeping it clean.
There's something going on over there, and Coach Baker is not happy. I have no idea what the conversation is. It looks like about a player substitution or something. Baker's not agreeing with it, but they're taking out number 5, bringing in number 50. Now they're grabbing another jersey. It has something to do with the number and the position that he was playing is what it looks like. Because number 5 came out and 50 came in. Let me see where 50 is playing the left tackle. And is there a rule you can't have a number 5 playing left tackle? I think there is. I think there's a set of numbers for your linemen, for your backs, for your receivers. You have to stay in there.
Yeah. I'm curious. No, it's got to be him. We had heard the Shear was not.
Brandon Wright is on the sidelines for the first time I've seen, and he is gassed.
I wonder if they gave his number to somebody else for the day or something.
All right, that's Gedney in a Gedney comes into quarterback. The first pass play almost intercepted.
He threw it to Garbarini of the Mustangs.
Oh boy, they just changed out quarterbacks. And Gedney is in, the sophomore.
Nice quick slant that they tried to run there, but just kind of thrown probably 2-3 yards.
I don't know if something happened to Randall. Was he the one that was hurt?
He's back, Frank. Maybe he had blood on him. That's
Gedney at quarterback.
It is.
Randall
Gedney?
Is not in. That is Gedney.
Nope, you are right. That is number 2.
Gedney dropped back. He wants to throw. Had Argonaut around his ankles. High throw. Almost intercepted, incomplete. Great position on the coverage right there by Garbarini.
And I'll say that was actually a pretty well thrown ball, but number 34 out for the reception, Cody Nelson, was tripping on his feet and everything. But in coverage like that, that's about as well as it could have been thrown.
Now, maybe it was Randall that was hurt.
Maybe so, Frank. See, I thought it was Randall because Randall's 12, Gedney's 2, but it is. It's just number 2 out there.
No, it's
You're
Gedney.
Right. You're right, yeah.
I guarantee you it's Gedney. I have my binoculars right on him, and it is Gedney.
I'm with you. I believe it. At first, I thought it was a 12.
So 3rd down and long. Gedney wants to throw under a rush, and he is clobbered. Just a push up the middle by that Argonaut line, and they all met at the quarterback there. Huge loss on the play. Amador is going to have to punt. Under 3 minutes left here to go in the game, and I mean
they're deflated, Frank.
This fourth quarter has all been about line domination on both sides of the ball from Argonaut.
This is the first I've seen Amador. Nobody's giving up out here, but you can tell they're deflated. Body language out here.
Brandon Wright is on the sidelines, and he is hurting. He is beat up, and he is tired. Punt almost blocked. Kramer lets the ball roll down to the 35-yard line where Argonaut will have it. 1st and 10. He's going to call roughing the kicker, and that's just a horrible call. I was looking exactly at it at the time of the call, and it was a brush. Well, first of all, that's a huge mistake by Argonaut to even get close, but that was a horse call.
I'll tell you what, don't really need to block the punt up 15 points with 3.5 minutes left.
Well, and it was 4th down and like 25.
Yeah.
you know, just contain to make sure that they're not going to fake it, but to give them an automatic first down in that situation is just horrible.
You know, I was following the ball. What kind of contact was it?
It was a brush. It barely touched him.
Yeah.
Didn't knock him down, didn't spin him around, didn't do anything. He just kind of brushed him, and he pulled the flag out. I think that's a horrible call.
So the ball's marched out to the 42-yard line where it'll be first down.
All right, well, the ball sits at the 42-yard line now where Amador has it first down. Gedney remains in at quarterback. Salusi, the lone back. Brandon Wright is out. Randall is out. Flag on the play as Gedney dropped the ball trying to hand it off to Salusi, but the flag came out before that. We'll see what the call is.
Flag on the play.
Offsides on the defense. All right, Argonaut needs to settle down here.
A little amped up, trying to put the game away.
So that's a 5-yard penalty, so it'll be first down and 5. Moves the ball up to the 47-yard line. 3:17 left to go on the clock. 36-21, the Mustangs in the lead right now. And Argonaut takes a timeout. They want to talk to that defense and said, hey, boys. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to send it back to you, Jim. We're going to be back. 3:17 left in this contest. Stay tuned. 37-7. I'm telling you, it's something else. All right, so Argonaut took a timeout there. He wanted to talk to that defense. Says, hey, fellas, settle down. We just don't need to make any penalties here. And so Amador has several players that are not in the game now. I think they just finally wore out. Gedney is in at quarterback, so Randall is out. Brandon Wright is out. He just has to be exhausted. I still do not know if Randall was the player that was hurt, and that's why Gedney is in. I do not see him over on the sideline, so I can't speak to that.
Frank, who is – nope, that's an 82.
There's still conversation.
Yeah,
I just don't
him.
understand what all this conversation is about right now.
What's going on here, folks? White hat and black stripe hat here, talking to Rick Davis, head coach of the Argonaut Mustangs, explaining something.
Well, he was talking about the offside call because they're saying they lined up offsides of the defense, and he didn't think so. Okay. So he wanted clarification. If I was him while I was there, I would have mentioned something about that roughing the kicker call. While you got an audience, you might as well use it, right?
Well.
All right. 3rd down and 17, or 3:17 left to go here. 1st down and 5 after the offside penalty that followed the roughing the kicker call. So Gedney is at quarterback in the shotgun, and he's going back, and he wants to throw, and he's in trouble. He's hit as he throws, incomplete. He wanted to slip it out to Salusi on a little swing pass, but he couldn't get it there, and he was hit by 2 Argonaut defenders right when he got rid of the football, and now he's not feeling too good.
Looked like Garbarini, it was close, maybe a little early, but I think it was a good no call there.
Brings up a 2nd down and 5.
2nd down and 5, 3:11 to go here in this ball game. The ball sits at the Amador 47-yard line.
Imagine what's got to be going through Gedney's mind at this time with everything that's been going on. Here, going to the game now, quarterback.
Well, he had to come in last week. Gedney this time, he's going to hand off. Oh, Salusi got hammered right when he got the football. He almost fumbled, and it got dropped all the way back to the 40-yard line.
Was that Portzer, 56? I'm out, like I said.
Nick Portzer?
I believe it was.
Might have been.
I believe it was. Almost got the handoff himself.
He is lucky he did not fumble that football because I had the binoculars right on it, and right when he got the handoff, he almost stopped because he almost dropped the ball, and right when he did, Portzer just drilled him. So the ball back on the 42-yard line, so back to the original line of scrimmage before the offside penalty, so it's 3rd down and 10 right now. We're inside 3 minutes left, and now there's more conversation going on. It looks like with Whitaker and the side judge.
Someone's got headlights on up here, shining down.
Oh, and now we got him. There's people leaving. I remember this happened last year. Gedney wants to throw. He wants to go deep. He's got nobody home. It's incomplete. It's going to be 4th down and 10. I remember last year at this time there was a little more time on the clock as everybody was leaving and thought this game was over. And they were pretty shocked to hear when they got home that Amador had come back and won that game. But it looks like right now we've got people peeling out.
And I could hear actually Rick Davis. He looks up and he says, "So we're stopping the clock for headlights?" So Coach wants his clock to keep moving.
So it's 4th down and long, 4th down and 10 for Amador. There's 2:31 left. Argonaut leads this one 36-21.
Never over till it's over, folks, but Amador has a lot to do, 4th and 10. And Argonaut's pass rush has really picked up here. Amador's having a hard time with it. See what they can do.
Well, the big girl ain't singing yet, but she sure is humming.
She's warming them up.
All right, Gedney again in the shotgun. He's back. He's looking. He wants to go deep over the middle. There's a whole bunch of collisions going. Oh, and there's flags. That's just horrible. I don't even know how you're going to call that. There were 4 different players there all going up for the football, and you're going to call that interference?
The receiver ran into a guy. I don't agree with the call there, Frank, but one thing I will say is you got to give Gedney a lot of credit here, folks. Backup quarterback hasn't seen a lot of action, and he stood in there. He was about to be sacked. He put the ball up instead of hanging on to it, a ball that was somewhat catchable, and close, almost came down with it. But Amador's going to get that 1st down on the pass interference. I don't agree. I'm going to be very careful with what I say because we watched some penalties happen last year.
Well, here's what happened. The safety was in the back. The ball was short. He's coming up. The guy's chasing. The ball's underthrown. Everybody meets at one spot. The receiver slows down, so the guy that's trailing him runs. I don't know. Anyway, Gedney throws out to the right. Nope, it had a little miscommunication. He was trying to get it to number 3, Zach Ricketts, and Ricketts was running out, and Gedney looked like he thought he was going to curl back, so the ball falls incomplete. So it's 2nd down and 10. 2:21 to go here in this contest, and, man, it has been one heck of a ball game. All right, so 2nd down and 10 for Amador. The ball sits right now on the 43-yard line of Argonaut. So Gedney again in the shotgun. Salusi the only back. 2 receivers to the right, 1 split out here to the left. They keep an extra one in the line to try to, and comes shooting through the line, and Gedney gets hammered. That ball was thrown short, and that had all to do with the hit that he took.
And did he ever.
But that was number 50, I believe that was number 55 for Argonaut, Braswell. And, I mean, he just came flying through there, and right when Gedney let go of that ball, he just took a helmet center punch to the chest. And, man, that line is just flying through there on the rush right now. It's 3rd down and 10. Man, I know if I was sitting back there, I'd be a little gun shy. 3rd down and 10. Sophomore hung in there and got rid of the ball, but, man, oh, man, they are taking a beating right now.
That's right. Gedney is a sophomore, huh, Frank?
3 receivers, trips here to the left. Gedney again wants to throw, throws it short over the middle, incomplete. Threw it a little bit behind his receiver. That'll bring up a 4th down and 10. 2:12 left to go in the ball game here. Definitely with 2:12 left, you're in 4-down territory, down by 2 scores. So Amador is going to go for it. 4th and 10. And if Argonaut's able to hold him here, they can almost run the clock out.
Amador does have 3 timeouts, but are they really going to use them at that point?
We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
All right, Gedney again in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Salusi in the backfield. They ought to keep him back there and help for protection. Gedney wants to throw. Intercepted at the 38-yard line, and he's got room. He's at the 30. 1 man to beat to the 20. Tackled, hit at the 10. He's going all the way. Touchdown, Mustangs! Sean McCrory.
There's three flags.
There are flags everywhere.
But it's not going to change the interception if these are most likely blocks in the back.
Sean McCrory picked that one off at about the 44-yard line and took that one 64 yards to the house. And let's see what the call is. There are flags everywhere. We're waiting for the call. McCrory on the 64-yard interception return, the second pick-6 interception of this quarter for the Mustangs. Personal foul against the Mustangs. It is a touchdown. Personal foul against Amador. So offsetting penalties. The touchdown is good. So McCrory.
You know what, as you said, Frank, last year Argonaut was had a lead, and they gave that lead up with just a few minutes left in the ball game. Tonight, a different story. They're closing it out. They're doing everything they need to do, and pretty much running away with the game at this point. A game we thought, hey, it's going to be possession for possession. Argonaut is now up 3 touchdowns on the Buffaloes, and this year, folks, there's no controversy here.
42-21 Argonaut. And folks, you got to remember there was no score in the third quarter. It was 21-15 at halftime. Amador had the lead, and that's where it was at the start of the fourth quarter. And Argonaut has scored 2 pick-6, and they've scored 4 touchdowns here in the fourth quarter, 2 on interception returns, 1 by Kramer, 1 by McCrory. The kick is up and good.
And after last week, tough loss, Argonaut over there at Calaveras.
1 minute 59 seconds.
Good for the team here to get a win like this. Things can happen, but we're assuming Argonaut finishes this one out.
Well, I don't think this much can happen with this much time left in the game. So let's just, for fun, let's look forward a little bit, and let's see what happens on the schedule the rest of the way. Amador next week plays Bret Hart, and Argonaut is at home. Or no, Argonaut plays Somerville.
Which could end up being a really good ball game.
At Argonaut High School. We'll be here to do that game.
I think Amador's game will be good with Bret Hart, too.
I think that's a game, if Amador's getting too beat up here in this game, if they got players, I think it's a game that Amador should win.
Definitely, definitely.
But holy Toledo, it has been all Mustangs here in the fourth quarter.
Look at Leland and somehow got his way in our booth, Frank. Dancing around up here. He's scaring me.
Well, JD, let's look at what they're doing right here. Now, I thought maybe they missignaled and showed offsetting penalties on personal fouls against both teams, but they're moving the ball up 15 yards.
You know, it must
so
have
that
been
call was against Amador.
It must have been a mistake. He accidentally pointed Argonaut's direction.
Well, if I'm Elmore right now, I want to see if I can kick a field goal.
Yes.
Huh?
Oh, heck yeah.
He's got
heck
15 yards up. He's been knocking them in the end zone all night. Why not? I mean, if I'm the kicker, that's what I want to do.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Let's see what he does. I'm going to kick it right through the uprights.
Get it some. Come on. There she goes.
He did it. It's up.
It's up.
And it's good.
And look at him jump.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah. Right on, man. Right on.
All right, so Elmore, after the 15-yard penalty, knocks it through the goalpost. 1:59 to go in this one, and this one will be in the books. Argonaut Mustangs with a huge fourth quarter lead this one 43-21.
And you know what we have to say here, folks? Amador has 7 sophomores on their team. They lost several starters from last year's team, and what a great job they did. First 2 quarters of this game started getting out of hand in the second half, but Amador really did an amazing job with where the program is this year.
Well, they're a young team, and like I say, Coach Baker and his staff, they impress me all the time on what they do and getting their team ready. And Gedney is under center now, and I think they're going to try to limit the damage here, and they're handing it off, and it looks like Argonaut is subbing in. Give some of the players a chance to say they got to play in the 100th playing of the big game. And so as Argonaut subs in, once they saw what Amador was doing, and that's just good sportsmanship by the coaches. Remember, Dirk Wentling, the president of Rotary, will be presenting the bell at the center of the field to the winning team, which tonight will be the Argonaut Mustangs. So the Mustangs get the bell back. There's a fumble. Amador fell on the ball, so they're going to retain possession, but the clock now continues to run under 1 minute to go here.
So was that the president that was up here talking to us?
Yeah, that's the Rotary president,
okay.
and he is going to present the bell to the winner. At our kickoff breakfast on Tuesday, Amador surrendered the bell. They've, of course, had it for the last 4 years, back to Rotary, as will be done every year now at the breakfast. And I don't know, we didn't get a chance to take a look at these big game hats that they gave all the players and the coaches from Rotary. That says 2017 big game with the Buffalo and the Mustang logo on it, and very cool as they want to make this tradition. So Amador, they're going to snap it, handoff one more time. Good run to the outside, tripped up and finally brought down, but not till they got across the 30-yard line. That'll be a first down, but there's only 18 clicks left on the clock. That'll stop the clock long enough for them to reset the chains. Now they're moving them. It looks like they're going to put it right at the 30-yard line. So 18 seconds left. This one's going to be in the books. It looks like our final's going to be, as she reads right now, 43-21 Mustangs on a dominant fourth quarter performance by the Mustangs here.
When did Argonaut take the lead, Frank?
This will probably be, well, they took the lead on the first touchdown because
of the third.
That went ahead 22-21 in the fourth. No,
right.
there was no score in the third.
Neither
team scored in the third.
Yeah. Excuse me.
So this will be the last play. I don't even know if they're going to run it. They're not. That's going to do it. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. This game's over. The students, the Argonaut Mustangs, are jumping for joy on the field. That's going to be a final here, 43-21, 100 playing of the big game. And the Mustangs get the bell back to Jackson. We're going to be back for post-game action right after these messages, so stay tuned. Well, you know, I was talking about this hat, so I'm going to show it to you. This was the big game hat that Rotary made this year, and they, at the breakfast, gave 50 hats to each school for all the players, for the coaches, for however they wanted to hand them out. This is a tradition that will continue to go on. It has the year on it, 2017 big game, the Buffalo and the Mustang. The bell was just presented on the field. I don't know if you could hear the big roar, but the Mustangs, after having it sit over in Sutter Creek for the last 4 years, finally have it back, and they're pretty excited about that.
Wasn't it, do you say it was 10 years Argonaut had it in a row?
Correct.
And then now 4 for Amador, back to Argonaut. It's just fun watching these guys, you know, the excitement and the high school athletes, and you see their families all lining up, ready to congratulate them and everything. Just a well-played game for a long time by both teams, and Argonaut started to pull away at the end, but Amador should be proud with, like we said, 7 sophomores to stay in the game as long as they did. They never gave up. Quarterback goes out, and you know we do have to tip our hats to that Amador Buffalo team and coaching staff.
Well, they've got a very young team, and I'm going to tell you what, this was one heck of a football game. You know, if you go back and look at it, the first quarter ended up 0-0.
Yeah.
Okay. All kinds of things happened in the second quarter, and the score at halftime was 21-15.
Okay.
Amador led. At the end of the third quarter, it was still 21-15. So the first quarter and the third quarter, there were absolutely no points scored in this game.
True.
Then the fourth quarter, all things broke loose. Argonaut had a touchdown by Elmore. They had a touchdown by Flores. And they had 2 pick-six touchdowns, one a 27-yarder by Kramer, and the last one 64 yards by McCrory to finish off the scoring. And this one's final 43-21. And
we forgot to talk about something. We forgot to talk about our player of the game.
Well, we haven't done that yet. We're going to do that.
I'll follow your lead when you announce it.
Okay.
And I'll agree with you.
So, we're going to talk about this player of the game in just a minute, because we're just going to, that's a tease is what they call it in the radio business,
exactly.
Right? But I hope that those of you that had the opportunity to watch this game and to listen to us felt the excitement and the enjoyment that we had in doing it, because it is so special to be involved in the atmosphere in an event like this. And I mean, I was just excited to be here and excited to have a small part in it, to participate in that, and just watch all the pageantry and a great football game besides.
And you know what? Just watch the bell. That is great. That's what, college, high school football is all about, is rivalries like this. And for them to actually have the bell out on the field like that, it's really cool. And they're passing it around. The guys are holding it up out here. And
they're all going to take a picture of it. And you know the other thing about games like this? 99.9% of the kids that you see on this high school football field, when they leave here, they will never play another football game in their life.
Exactly.
You know the one they're going to remember?
Oh, yeah.
This one.
Guaranteed.
This is the one that they will tell their kids about.
Yep.
And it'll get bigger and bigger every time they tell it.
And then this happened, and then I don't remember it that way. Oh, yeah, it did.
So congratulations to both squads here on just an outstanding football game. Good luck the rest of the season. Now, for our Wingdinger player of the game. Holy mackerel.
We kind of talked about it. A few
well,
players.
You know what? I'm going to go with their quarterback, their kicker, Wyatt Elmore.
Yep.
I mean, he was so impressive, especially in the second quarter in throwing the football.
Yep.
His kicks all night long put Amador in bad field position, whether it was punting, whether it was kickoff. He was the guy out there controlling it, made some great throws, and our Wingdinger player of the game for this 100th playing of the big game is Wyatt Elmore.
I fully agree. The only other person I thought could be in the running would be Kramer, but I think Elmore, I like the call, Frank. Good job.
Okay.
So we're going to give it to him, and we're going to thank Wingdingers one more time for keeping us fed. Our Wingdingers player of the game.
And, of course, our post-game
Mr.
sponsor
Elmore.
is PrepStar.
Yes, PrepStar.
And so we want to thank
And
them.
you know, PrepStar's been with us for a little while now, and we want to thank them. But all our sponsors have been consistent, folks, through this high school football. Camps Propane, Central State Credit Union, Jackson Tire, Armstrong & Son, Thompson's Auto Center, The Glass Doctor, Jackson Rancheria Casino Resort, Mark Twain Medical Center. Again, PrepStar, Mel's, BG Lounge. You got Wingdingers, Calaveras Lumber, Ace Hardware, and ER Energy Propane. I say it all the time, support the business that supports our community. This is one way these folks are doing it amongst others, so we thank our sponsors for making this happen tonight.
All right, folks. Well, next week we're going to be right back here where Somerville comes in. They just suffered their first loss of the season tonight to the hands of Sonora. They're going to be here to play the Mustangs next week. That's all for us here. Make sure you listen to the Pigskin Preview coming out Wednesday morning. And for JD, for me, I'm Frank Halverson. Good night, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this fine game as much as we did.